Welcome everyone to this week's Hooligan Alley Hangout. I am your host, JW Sims, as it says over here. Uh, but welcome to my palatial estate here in Blairsville, Pennsylvania. We have a pretty full show this week, and I just want to make sure, like always, that I'm streaming to everybody and not just my friends and family, because for some reason Facebook always puts it that way, and then I have to go in and manually change it. But there we go. Anyways, we have a pretty. Oh, now I can hear myself. Let me get out of there. I'm just. There we go. Anyway, uh, welcome to the show once again. We have a pretty full show this week, and I'm going to go ahead and bring in our guests. First, I have a co-host this week, you could say, as Katrina Rotes is back for her, I think, third time. She'll have to. I can't remember. But here's Katrina. Hello, Katrina.
Worst camera angle ever. It's gonna drive me nuts, guys. New laptop, new built-in webcam, and they put it in the bottom of the screen. So
I told you, just flip it upside down.
I know. You should see me. I was one in the back room going, if I shove a pizza box under the back, will it help?
Yeah, if I like can stand it straight up.
Like if there's a way to do this, and
Yeah.
I have to all like look up my nose the entire time. I've had a cold all week though, so it's plenty blown, so it's clean.
There we go. So we don't have to see anything crawling around in there, right?
You shouldn't. If you do, please let me know, because that's disconcerting.
All right. And our first guest tonight is JD Calderon. And I hope you know me, and my pronunciations are terrible. So we're going to bring him on, and his book that's on Kickstarter right now, the OSWALD Chronicles.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a longer name, and it just blew out my head. So, how you doing, JD?
I'm good, man. I'm good, James. My name is JD Calderon. I'm the writer and creator of the OSWALD Chronicles, and the title is "We Were Just Passing Through." That's the title.
So, if you just want to give us a quick little tidbit of what the story's about, and then of course we'll get into much greater in a little bit.
Okay, so the straight up elevator pitch for it is, what would happen if the greatest sorcerer of our time was born in the body of a mouse, and that mouse just happens to be Oswald? So that's the quick elevator pitch. The story we were just passing through is a little bit more involved. His home is being invaded by some individuals, and these same individuals, he's really young. This is pretty much his nascent period as a sorcerer, and they teach him how to do structured magic. So that's the thing they do for him. So
nice. Very interesting. I can't wait to learn more about that, because I've read some of your other stuff. Like I've got Tall Tales, which is over in my pile as we speak.
I know how that feels, man.
Yeah.
I know how that feels.
And our next guest for the night is KELLER, and I'm like losing myself in this thing. And
maybe you need a bottom camera.
That's what it is, so I can like.
There you go.
So you can just lean back and relax.
There you go, Katrina. We worship you.
There you go.
Okay.
About time y'all got it right.
Yeah.
All right, and we're gonna bring on KELLER and his book Red Talon #3.
Nice.
What's going on, guys?
Hey,
Ken.
And KELLER report duty.
how you doing, sir? And just tell us a little bit about Red Talon. Obviously, you have your shirt. I was going to wear my Omni shirt tonight too, but then I changed it at the last minute. So.
Yeah, I changed it at the last minute. So Red Talon was something that me and my father made up when I was probably 9 or 10 years old.
Oh, nice.
Was a kid. We would just draw superheroes. So it's heavily influenced. It's an action superhero comic by Batman, Turtles, and stuff like that. But there's a heavy element of like conspiracy theory going on in Red Talon, because my dad's a huge conspiracy theorist. So there's an evil shadow organization called Dark, and they're kind of like the Illuminati in this Red Talon's universe. Then there's the Order of the Talon, and they're ancient ninja superheroes. And yep, it's just action, fun, and all the good stuff.
Nice. And we'll check it out. Like I told you in the pre-show, I am a sucker for superhero books. Mm-hmm. So I'm definitely want to make sure we check that out. And our third guest this evening is no stranger to the show. He was just on probably a month or so ago. But Rich PEROTTA is back as he's ready to launch INCANTESI Chapter 2.
Hi.
Here's Rich.
That's me.
Rich.
Hey.
Yes. Katrina had to come on tonight because she didn't want you catching up to her in appearances.
It's true.
So she had to stay above you.
Katrina is the queen of appearances on the Hooligan Alley comic show.
She is.
And I bow to her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I told her that.
above all of us.
She is above us all. Well, she's above us right now. She's above me right now because she's like on the level with the two of you guys up there, and here I am like on the butt end of the last part. So I'm the sphincter of the show. It looks like. Good thing I didn't have any Mexican today, for dinner. That would have been bad. I know. I'm sorry. I'm good.
That's all right. This is why we love having you on, because we just have fun.
Because I'm gross and disgusting. Wow,
Mm-hmm.
that hurts my feelings a little. Not at all. All right, quick elevator pitch. The Incantessi is about a young lady who discovers that she has the ability to wield vast mystic arts, but A, she doesn't know if she wants to do it, and B, she doesn't know if she doesn't know which side is the right side that she is fighting for. And we're going to see how her character develops through the 4 chapters that I have. I'm about to release chapter 2 on CromCon 15 in a couple of days.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I've been watching on Facebook your art that you've been sharing with
Thank
that.
you.
And also your cooking. That lasagna looked really good. It made me freaking hungry.
I swear to God, if my father, when I was 4, my father brought home a comic book, a couple of them actually. He brought home probably what would have probably been the first appearance of Firestorm ever, because I remember some of the panels there, and it was a Captain Marvel book also from DC, like Shazam and crap like that.
Yeah.
So it's like I remember those very vividly. And he also brought home a Super Friends coloring book.
Yeah.
And I did all that stuff there. If he brought home a cookbook, I would have been a chef. That's serious. I would have been a chef. I started making my own pizza dough when I was 13. My first gravy. If anybody here knows what a gravy is on Sunday, you got to have the Sunday gravy.
Gravy, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not coming to us. It's gravy.
Yeah.
I learned how to make my first gravy when I was like 14, 15. I watched my grandmother do it, and yeah.
Are you Italian?
I love cooking. I love it. It's so much less expensive than having to buy the crap that's being sold out there. Anyways, it's much more natural.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you don't get tempted to do like I do and go down and buy
Junk food.
pulled pork tacos from the gas station barbecue place.
I love that.
You know what it is? I mean, for anybody who creates or anything like that, we anybody who draws or something, we have a natural tactile inclination. It's like we learn by touching, we learn by using and stuff like that, and it's just a tactile thing. And I learned how to cook just by making sure I messed around with the ingredients. I mean, making pasta, all it is like egg and flour, and that's it. And maybe kneading it for about 10-15 minutes and putting it through a pasta roller. That's really truly it. And it's so much better than having to pick up a box of it for like $1.50, where it's like the flour is probably $1, and if you get eggs on the cheap, it's like $1 too, and you can make like 10 times the amount of pasta. It just takes a little effort.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We all do what we have to do at some point. It's the easiest thing in the world. It really is. I should do a cooking show too at some point. Who knows? Enough about me. Who was the first one? JD, do you want to talk about your stuff first? I mean, I'm okay. Whatever you guys want to do is fine with me.
However you guys want to do it, I'm good. I literally just came off another podcast talking about my stuff. So I was just
He's like, damn, I just talked about it for an hour.
out of 40 minutes, I was like, dude, I gotta get off of here. I gotta go in the alley. I gotta get in the alley.
They're gonna mug me if I don't get in the alley.
Exactly.
All you guys are in the United States, right? All you cats are in the
Yeah.
United States?
Yeah,
I'm in Britain.
Yeah. Yeah.
I live in
You're-
the United Kingdom. It is 2:00 in the morning here.
Oh,
I know.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
all bleary eyed. I mean, it's like look at that eye. Damn it! Look at that. I look like I just smoked a pound of weed. I mean, I'm horrible.
At least he slept, he said this time. Last time it was
Yeah.
like, he's like, dude, it's like 5:00 in the morning here. I think I need to go.
Yeesh. So wait, so you're in Britain?
Yes.
Yeah?
Nottingham specifically. Yes.
Oh, cool. All right, I'm out of New
Yeah,
York City. So.
I like it. It's fun. I like it. I dig it. English people
You're
are
ri-
nice.
You're originally from Long Island?
Oh God. I'm from Staten Island.
Staten
I was
Island.
born in
Oh,
Brooklyn, and then I moved to Staten Island, and then I lived in Queens and stuff.
gotcha.
And a little bit more of Brooklyn.
Yeah, I'm
Please don't
originally
remind
from.
me about Staten Island, please. Just don't.
Yeah, I was about to say sorry.
No more sorry than I am. Trust me.
Mike.
I'm from Bushwick.
Hi,
How you
Mike.
doing, Mike? Yeah, and I wanted to say hello to Carlos. Yeah, he was mentioning Indie Comics Explained. That's my podcast that we do.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm out of Bushwick, Brooklyn. I'm currently living in Queens though.
Oh,
Had to move to a nice
Where
quiet
about
neighborhood.
the Queens, man?
Woodside.
How close is that to City Field?
15 minutes by car.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I went there
We're-
once. I miss it. I went there. It's a beautiful park. Have you been there?
Mhm. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Mhm.
Love City Field.
Yeah, City Field's beautiful. Believe it or not, my favorite is Central Park.
Nice.
Central Park's great. I love Central Park. Absolutely. I'm just a baseball nerd. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
why. Okay. Yeah. Oh, there you go.
What's that? What's that on your cap?
I think it's the Pirates.
Pirates?
Oh, the
yeah.
Pirates.
Yeah, see, and I got
Oh,
another one
wow.
here.
Nice.
I can alternate.
They're the AAA for the major leagues because it's like they get great players for like 2 years, and then the Yankees buy them.
Yeah, exactly.
right.
That's like, I was like, well, let's see. The Yankees'
can't
top
imagine
two
how you
pitchers
make
this
the
year,
Cubs
both Pirate
men
guys.
over the Phillies. Ugh.
Now, I got baseball tickets for mid-July.
We're getting stomped by the Races.
Look, I can actually participate in this conversation.
She's like,
team are you going
oh,
to?
I like
Sorry,
the city park. I don't know.
I live a block from the park. Now we're going down to Detroit.
Oh, nicely. Oh,
Ooh,
ooh,
America.
ooh. What seats you got?
We've got handicap seats.
I need those seats.
Yeah, well, my oldest has cerebral palsy,
Oh.
and I've got a really
Oh,
bad knee, so stairs are really a mess.
Yeah.
But we're just about behind home plate.
Wow,
We've got really good
nice.
seats.
Nice.
Oh my God!
Mhm.
Wow,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's fantastic.
Yeah, we've been there a couple of times in the same seats and almost gotten pegged by foul balls.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Hey, Trish.
Trish is
Hi
saying
there,
hello.
Trish.
Some of my favorite people, including me, of course, because I suck. But you know. But no, it's that's fantastic. Now, Detroit, is that Comerica Park?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that I love the new how individual all the ballparks are becoming as they're being constructed. Because I grew up during the cookie cutter stadium.
Yeah, that's what I was
era,
like.
the all-purpose
Yeah,
thing.
they were all just those round.
They were this big round thing where it's
Yeah.
like you have a
AstroTurf.
section that you can move in for football. I mean, like the
Yeah.
Jets,
Right.
it's Shea Stadium, Riverfront, fucking Spurs,
Yes, they were
Kingdom,
all.
whatever the crap, and it's like they were the most stale looking things. It's like the no frills section of Cat Park or something. It's all the boxes look the same.
Yeah.
And I mean, the first one to do it was Camden Yards. I thought Camden Yards looked
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
With the warehouse right outside of
Oh yeah, that's so
right
dope.
field. Yeah.
Everything about that, and it's what else? I mean, you have like it's not Candlestick Park. Oh God, what's the name of what's the name of the Giants Park? It's like
it changes.
Underwear.
It changes all. I don't remember what it is now, but yeah.
It's like, which corporate sponsor is it this time?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, look, it's the Enron. It's Enron Field. It actually was freaking Enron Field for a while in Houston.
Yeah, in Houston. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, we screwed everybody out of all the millions and billions they invested. So let's change the name for this one.
Yeah. Minute Maid. Does it still have the hill in center field? I just remember it used to have that like little hill in center field that would go back.
Believe it or not, that's not the first park to have that.
Yeah. Well, I remember
not the first park. I don't know. I don't think the Polo Grounds didn't have that, but
wow,
it was one of the older parks. I'm not too sure if it was Shy Park or one of those other ones. But yeah, like a couple of those fields actually had that uphill incline in center field, which is so weird. But where the hell are you gonna go?
Yeah, I'm like, I just think people would get hurt on that. You'd be running back to something like, oh,
he's like, wow, ooh, poof. And you like hit the fence and you die, and it's like, oh no, he got decapitated on center field. That's horrifying.
Yeah. For somebody as non-athletic as I am,
yeah,
I've spent a lot of times at ballparks lately.
Yeah, and I always wondered about
the name change thing. We were just at, well, now it's Lake Michigan Credit Union Ballpark.
What a name!
It was before that. It was Fifth Third Ballpark, but it's Detroit's minor league team.
I mean, would you want to be the person that owes them like $50,000 and be like, yeah, nah, I got to go to the damn park and I got to pay the sons of bitches? You know?
I'm just waiting for like Viagra Stadium or for friggin' Cialis Park or something.
There you go.
Cialis Park. Right?
Cialis Park, where our attendance grows every day. Woo!
Only park.
Okay. Can you imagine the gimmick as like a flagpole that raises like, occasionally or something, you know? Like a bat that ascends or something every time there's a home run. It's like, oh, there you go.
Wow, this
high today. Oh my God! All right, I'm sorry. Please, I know we're supposed to talk comics and everything. Here we are talking about erect baseball bats in the middle of a Viagra baseball park. And hills in the middle of things. I apologize. Oh man.
All right. Well,
once again, I
don't need to start off with one of my questions because we've already
they're going to want
got conversation.
Yes.
From the
jump in and talk about baseball.
Yeah, but
my Mets are killing it. So the rest of all y'all can just like I don't care what you do. The Mets are killing it.
We're just always happy if the Tigers win a game.
I just
put a whole lot of hope and anything into it. We're just like, oh look, they won.
I just accept the Pirates are going to suck every year. So, I mean, I think
Michigan is no longer the home of winning sports teams, unfortunately.
I remember when the Tigers won. Did they win the series in '84?
I think so.
Yeah, they won the series in '84. They were like 35-5 by the time the first 40. They were like, okay, we'll just play 500 ball for the rest of the year because they were so damn dominant that year.
Yeah.
And as a note, I will tell you this: the first World Series that I ever watched from beginning to end, as in every game, was the one in 1979 with Pops, Willie Stargell, and all those cats when they beat the Orioles. And it's like the We Are Family thing. I'm like, yes, this is awesome. I love baseball more than ever now.
Yeah.
That was the first World Series that I ever watched fully. And then the Phillies won next year. Fuck you, Pete Rose. But that's when I started watching all sorts of baseball. So yeah, I miss the Pirates. The way that they used to do
half everything. Decent. And it's like everybody, all these people come up like they want to buy the team, and the Nutting's like, no, we don't want to sell. Of course they don't want to sell. They're making millions of dollars off of it. They're not spending any money. Every bit that they get,
the millions are like from the luxury tax. From dividing everything. You see, that's the worst part about it. It's like it doesn't give incentives to small market teams to spend the money that they're receiving from the larger market teams, because it's like, well, what the hell? I'll just keep the damn money.
Yeah.
and we'll just keep farming out these players. We're not going to win a championship. People will go to the games because they'll want to see the other players.
Yeah.
You know, for a while, the Mets were so bad that they were advertising what player from what other team was going to be there at the game. It's just like when they were really bad, like in '77 and '78, when they lost every fucking game in the world. You know, it's like, hey, get ready to watch the. This was an advertisement on Channel 9 where they used to have the Met games, where it's like, get ready for the Mets to face the Phillies, where they will face the Phillies and Mike Schmidt, and it's like this big highlight reel of all the home runs that has ever hit in his life. And I'm like, well, what? I'm like, where are the Mets? And it's like, oh, Craig Swan is pitching, and he does it like once, and then it's like the next shot is like Mike Schmidt hitting a home run. I'm like, wow, that's prophetic, if you will.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? I don't know. God, how things are done these times. And the worst part about Yankee Stadium, I never went to the new Yankee Stadium, but each box seat behind home plate, get this, $2,000 per game.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a lot.
$2,000 per
Crazy.
game. I'm like, here, have a kidney. You know, so I can go to like a homestand. It's just
Comic books.
ridiculous.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And we
definitely
get
like
this, they have
twice
the
what I
highest
asked for
salary
my
in the suck this
Kickstarter.
year.
Yeah.
I have to kickstart my baseball ticket.
Yeah.
Seriously.
GoFundMe.
Idea.
Start a
Yeah, so
GoFundMe.
listen,
I want to go
listen,
to a
I'll write
Yankees
something
game.
about baseball, but you guys got to give me all this money so I can go research it.
So, yeah, no, you had to. Yeah, you must. Here's $5,000 for two people to go, but also the $1,000 to cover the first class airfare and the beer, because it'll be like $400 for the flight and then $600 for the damn beer that you're going to be getting for the spending of it.
Yeah,
Right.
no doubt.
You can pay a player's salary by just getting the damn beer from the ballpark. It's just so damn expensive.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I'm
Uh,
glad comic books are not as expensive as a baseball game.
That's right. So you
Yeah.
should read more
Segue.
comics, is what we're saying.
exactly.
Instead of
Give up
going
on
to
baseball.
Read it.
instead of going to a Yankees game, go buy $2,000 worth of comics.
Exactly.
Yeah, because the $2,000 worth of comics is not going to strike out 4 times in an appearance. You know,
Exactly.
when you pay $40 million a year, eat it. Like,
$2,000
I
a
deserve
comic.
this
You might get a
contract. I
few
gotta
bad
feed my
ones in
kids.
there, but for the most part, you're probably good.
Yeah.
God, it's the funniest thing when you see someone who gets $20 million a year and it's like, well, I got to feed my family. I'm like, what
do you feed them?
What, the entire state of Nebraska?
Yeah.
Hell, man.
It's like I could live 100 years and not make $20 million. I had no problem feeding my family. So I don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
exactly. Exactly. It's like, what the hell do you feed your family? Gold steaks
Yeah.
made of diamonds? I mean, what is that?
Like
Yeah.
all that.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and look at some comic books while
Yes,
we were talking about spending some money on comics.
That's right. Let's give them some suggestions.
Let's get them.
Yes. So while they have that $2,000, let's give them some ideas what to spend it on instead
Exactly,
of Yankee
yes.
tickets.
Go ahead. Who's
So,
first? You guys first.
We're gonna. I guess we're just gonna because I like put them up, and that's the way we're gonna get through them.
That's
So I
fine.
don't have to think about who's next. So we're gonna go with JD's book.
All right. Cool.
Because that's the first one I've queued up.
Nice.
Let me because if you watch the show, you know after 7 months I still am not sure how to work StreamYard. So give me a second.
That's all right. I'm the same way on my show. So
It's terrible. Like it's not really user friendly. You know, it's really not. All right. Can we see it?
We can
There
see
it
it.
is.
We
All
can.
right.
See it. All right.
There you are.
That's one problem is because when I share a screen, then I can't really see it if I want to be able to control it.
Right.
Art. That's nice.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's the artist on that is Jade Gonzalez. Let me show you this. All right. So yeah, so that's we were just passing through the OSWALD Chronicles. We actually blew by our goal, which was kind of cool. It was $750. We blew by it. We're at stretch goals. Currently, we started at 1,500. We're doing trading cards. I'm doing a 9-card set for it. If you if you scroll through,
Good amount of cards.
Let's see. Where
Yeah, we
they
can-
at? Right
all right.
here.
there we go. These are the cards. So 1,500 then a 2,000, and then a 2,500. So we got those three, and now we're looking at 3,000 for that one.
Nice.
Yeah, and what I'm doing is gonna be a 9-card set. So if you have like one of those bags, not the the holders that have
pages?
the 9 cards.
Yeah.
So on the back, it's gonna have one complete image.
Oh,
different-
that's cool.
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
a good.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
So we're looking
cool.
to do that.
Video.
So. Mhm.
I know, like in here, you can actually see the art of these better. I remember scrolling down through,
That's
like,
cool. I haven't
that's-
seen a mouse-centric comic before. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's it's a fantasy adventure. What's funny is he lives in the middle of Manhattan. He's on 54th Street and Park Avenue.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice,
That's where he
nice.
lives. So he's so Rich, you've been on Park Avenue. You got northbound, southbound traffic, and then you got the meridians, what they call malls, on there. So he
Yes.
lives on one of the malls.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and then he's there. He's trapped between two worlds. He's trapped between the normal world, which is the human world, and the world of the Fae. So that's the he's trapped between magic and science. So his thing is he can cross between the two worlds, and he's just trying to find his destiny. And like in this particular series, this particular story, we see him his island is being invaded by let me see if I got one of these covers here. These guys.
Let me.
Yeah,
if
that
I can-
was really
Let
nice
me
art.
find you on here, and I'll be able to make you.
There you go.
Oh, I hit it twice.
There he was.
There we go. There we
Right.
go.
So these guys, these are some other magical beings that live in the New York area. So they're called Kalsions, and they're on a mission. They've stolen an item from another race, and this other race, the Grogs, that's these guys here. No, these guys. Oh my God, my finger. There
Yeah, I
you go.
know it's
These guys.
backwards. It's like,
Yeah, I know it's all backwards. I'm like, God damn it, where is it? So the frog-looking guys, they stole an item because they were the two races were actually in North America long before humans were, and at that time when humans started coming over, they formulated a magical crystal that would keep them all invisible. Then all the greatest sorcerers got together. They have the Kalsions have possession of the crystal and the vault that it's locked in. The Grogs have the key that opens that vault. So like any other type of thing, you will always have a guy who's like, we're doing well, but we could be doing better. And so what they did was they found the key and they stole it. And they're on the run from the Grogs, and they're one of the places they're heading to Central Park. That's their stronghold, and the Grogs, they're really tired, they're beat down, and they stopped on Oswald's home on the mall. And this is where they find him, because they weren't aware of him, his existence, because he is the only normal animal that can speak, right? So he's just a regular mouse. That's all he is. But for some reason, he can speak and talk and do all these things. He's normally surrounded by like fairies. This is his guardian, Diane. But he's also surrounded by like trolls and all sorts of stuff. So, yeah. And then in this particular story, he learns, like I said, structured magic.
That's fantastic. How many issues? How many issues have you already completed?
Oh, I'm 1,300 pages in.
Wow.
Wait.
100 pages. Yeah, because I was looking over the Kickstarter earlier.
How many? Well, what
many
number
books
are you up to? It sounds like it's 100 at this point.
Right. No. All right. Let me explain. I've been self-publishing since '92.
Gotcha.
God bless. Good for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
So you understand the insanity that's going on with that. Anyone who's self-published.
I just started. I mean, I started my pro career in like 95, 96. So
Right.
I pale in comparison to you, sir, and to Daphne, by the way. So
For 4 years.
this is beautiful art, JD. This is
thank you.
gorgeous.
Yeah. This is Jerome Jacinto. Because I always hung out on DeviantArt. That's the place, and that's where I found him. And
wow.
I got 3 or 4 pieces from him just before he got a job at a video game company, and now, he'll talk to me. He'll say he'll do another piece for me, but it would probably take like 6 months for me to get it. He's a really cool guy, though. He does beautiful work.
That is good. Is that all digital, or that's all digital work that this guy does, right?
Yeah, that's all digital.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what.
Oh yeah! Wow, God,
Yeah.
this guy reminds me of a cleaner Trent Cayuga.
Mm, right.
I think
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I hope I didn't screw up his last name.
On this show,
Trent's last name.
it's common to screw up people's last names. Just saying.
Yeah, well, everybody fucks up my last name all the damn time, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not worried
This-
about. I don't take it personal. This is really gorgeous, man.
Yeah, this
Wow.
is Aurelio Tillis. I just started working with him, and he's working on a short story for me. He's doing a two-parter for Oswald, so
Oh,
hopefully that'll come out sometime
Very
in the
good
future.
choice.
that's
I like
awesome.
it. It's very open.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very,
And
very
then-
open. I love how it's like, oh, who's this one? Wow, hello.
Yeah.
This is Lariz. He can be found. He's also on DeviantArt. He's actually a really good artist. You know, it's one of these things where it's just like, if I see a good artist and I can afford it, I'd say, all right, here's some money, and I just have him do a piece.
It helps.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Because what it is, I use them. I tend to have a test. The test is, draw Oswald casting a spell, right? That's the test. And I have a bunch of these. And every now and again, if I need a cover, like a random cover, I'll say, okay, well, we'll stick that one in there.
He looks
So-
pretty angry.
Yeah.
Client.
Yeah, I'm wondering why I haven't gotten the call yet, JD.
Yeah, call her first.
JD's probably seen my art, and that's why he's not calling me.
Hello, Chuck. Yeah, I'd have to see you, Katrina. But yeah, but if you scroll, this is Jade Gonzalez. That's the series regular artist, and that's issue 3, the cover.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah. It's very
That is
like
so sweet. Look at that. Oh wow.
Yeah.
a very animated type style. I love it.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes,
Yeah.
I love it. It for something
Fits.
like this, it's absolutely gorgeous because the way the coloring, the way the colors enhance the figures, it's not too striking against the art itself.
Mhm.
And when you put somebody like that together, it's just magic because both elements of art, they support each other and they bring out what you have. And this is really, really nice, JD. Great job, man.
Yeah.
Really.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah.
you are welcome. You deserve the praise.
Oh, here's some.
Black
And
and
here's
white.
some
Grayscale.
Yeah, it's grayscale. Yeah, it's black and white grayscale. Well, the thing is, it's funny. Like, I've been self-publishing a long time. I got a business plan, model, whatever.
Okay.
This particular series, or the way I work it, is that like these comics, they're limited to 250 copies. They're signed. They're numbered. They're limited to that number. Once these are done, I won't be reproducing them again in this format. So you may see it again as a trade paperback in black and white.
But you won't see single issues.
Exactly. And then eventually, though, the plan is to have them in color. So you might see the single comics as color. But again, separate from the other thing, you still have a collectible available to you. It's limited to 250 copies. So yeah, that's that. And then eventually you'll see it as a trade paperback in color. And like hopefully one day I can collect them all into giant omnibuses.
I mean, that's
This looks. It's wow. You've been at this for this is like it's almost 30 years. You've been at this.
Yeah.
When you started, you were like 5.
No, I'm old. Well, I'm old. I'm 52.
I'm not the oldest person on the show.
Huh?
I'm
I'm
definitely probably the
52
young.
also. Don't even start.
Yeah, this is the old timer show today, except for
Yeah,
Ken.
it's the old time show. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
actually. Don't tell anybody. I'm actually a Highlander.
Totally getting there.
There you go. But yeah, no, I started. Yeah, I started self-publishing. I was like 19, 20. I was. Yeah.
In 1920. That's long.
That's what he said, dude.
Yeah, 1920. No. I wish.
Oh wait.
I
Oh,
wish.
you mean when you were 19 and 20? Okay. Oh,
Exactly. I was 19, 20 years old.
man. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you for a nonagenarian at this point.
Right,
So
I was gonna say.
wow, man.
Yeah, I could have added
You're a
Immortal.
Centurion at this point. Fuck.
And Rich said he was a Highlander. What?
I know, right? No, he's
Exactly.
Oh, you're the guy that I have to cut his head off. So, all right.
Exactly. Yeah, I would
I'm
have
gonna
been, yes,
buy
I'm Immortal.
You want to see my sword collection? Here we go.
There you go.
This
yeah,
is great
but-
stuff, JD. This really.
Yeah.
How much longer is your campaign on for?
16 more days. So
16 more days. Okay. Can you do me a big favor in our Facebook chat? Just send me the link to
Yeah.
that. After I finish with
I have to drop all those too.
yeah, after I finish with after this thing is finished, I'll post it and I'll just be like, hey, get this. It's cool.
all right, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Awesome.
So
Yeah, I want to do that for everybody here, by the way. So
Yeah, I'll
if you
make
want that'll be fine with me.
yeah, when is your campaign start up? Your new one?
It starts in 2 days.
2
Less,
days.
well,
Okay.
technically less than 2 days.
2
It
days
starts
in-
on the 27th
Right.
at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 11 o'clock for me, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that's when it starts, and I don't know. We'll see what happens.
All right.
We'll see. But
right,
JD is great. It's great stuff, man.
It
Thank
is.
you. Thank you. I mean,
You are welcome.
yeah, it's just one of those things. Like I said, I've been working a long time. What else? I'll show you this. That's
I can't see it. It's too small.
Yeah, let me bring them up here again.
and I'm gonna drive poor James crazy. So these 2 covers are from. There's like a catch-up level that I have in there. This is for Passing Queens and Making Homes. So this is issue 7 of 8 of the alternative covers.
Mm.
So I had these were
7.
illustrated. Yeah, these were illustrated by Donny Hadi Jawa and colored by Carlos Moreno. So yeah, I thought these were pretty cool. It's the same guy.
Familiar with those names.
Yeah. Well, you know what it is? This guy, Donny Hadi Jawa, I saw him on DeviantArt and I said, I'm going to hire this guy to do some covers for me before he gets hired by Marvel and DC. And I can't afford him because that's what's going to happen. If he gets hired by any of those guys, I'm not going to be able to afford him. So I was just like, you know what? Let me get him now.
Smart.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like I said, it's the same guy who did that piece for me. Well, that's one of the alternative covers too. I just had it, we just framed it and hung it.
Wow. Oh my goodness. That's some
Yeah.
nice stuff, man. That really is.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very.
You are welcome. You are very welcome.
So I'm a fan of grayscale when it's done correctly. Like
Yes.
like I see some people put out like a black and white comic book and it's just the line art, it's just
Right.
like the inks, and it's just like, it looks like a coloring book.
Yeah.
It depends. It depends on the artist. It
Yeah.
depends on the artist. Because you see Bernie Wrightson, and listen, anytime I can see his stuff in black and white, that's it. Even John Byrne, I appreciate like the old X-Men comics in black and white.
Oh,
when
yeah,
it was
like the,
ridiculous.
They
Where's
do
the
those
Blood or something. I read one. It was a black
Yeah.
white Wolverine comic.
Mhm.
oh yeah, those black and white and reds, those were good.
Yeah.
It's just like
Yeah.
very minimalist, yeah.
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 Like
So just
If you look at some of the old John Byrne stuff when he was working on X-Men with Terry Austin inking,
mhm.
you could theoretically not bother with color and it would still sell the way that it would because it's just that gorgeous.
Yeah.
art was so good back then.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. Well, Terry Austin is one of my deities that I pray to every night. Well, I was an inker
Nice.
for Marvel for a great length of time, and it's like he was so good. When you have such a great inker and a great penciler, and they know the value of putting like shit in negative and positive space, it
Yes.
speaks for itself. Like I'm looking at this page right now that you're scrolling at, and even though that's not, it's either gray or it's a lot of really fine
It's-
detail. when it
It's
comes to
very
trees and
detailed
stuff.
grass. That's what I was just going
Yeah, that's incredible. I mean, my mind's eye is thinking that that's gray, and that's
Mhm.
fantastic.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that would drive me insane as an artist to have to.
Oh, trust me, I know how that feels.
I tell people all the time, like I think it's almost easier to draw something like that than it is to color it,
Mm.
because as a colorist, I got to go in and like trace over every blade of that grass, and it's just like, oh my god, this is so monotonous.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, you find ways to cut corners, but still,
Yeah.
there's still a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta stay out of it.
Yeah.
Just too much.
Yeah. So here's the scene. Oh yeah, here we go. I like this picture, this page.
Nice.
So where Oswald gets transported into like some weird alternate reality, where the creator of the key pulls him in, so they can have a conversation about what's going on.
Yeah.
I like the Rubik's cubes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you keep scrolling,
Yeah.
it's the same angle that Katrina's at.
Yeah, but we don't have a crotch shot of Katrina here. I mean, look at that. It's just like, whoa, look at this. I have an 8-foot mouse penis.
Yep.
So something terrible's gonna happen. Oh my god! God, I'm such a bad boy.
That's all right.
Bad
That's all right.
bitch. Just spank myself. Yeah, I like it.
Man.
Oh man. Yeah, this is wow. You have a bona fide universe.
Yeah.
This is amazing, man. This really is. We have a bona fide universe. It's there. It's so present everywhere you're going with this thing, dude. It really looks great. Ooh, action line.
Yes.
Mhm. Yes.
Look at the action lines.
Yeah,
Cue the
because
synthesizer 80s video game music.
what's funny is Jade Gonzalez, the artist, she attributes her art style to European comics and manga.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good.
Yeah.
Good manga.
Especially
The European style I've noticed. I mean, well, being that I'm close to Europe.
Right.
Close to Europe.
Closer.
I've been looking a lot of comic indies that have been based here, and their style is a lot more. It's not as flashy as most American comics are. It's more story driven and it's open, but it has the impact points when it needs it.
Right.
And it combines a little bit from the manga style as well, and manga does the same thing, but it does it in a different way.
yeah.
But the artist here, what's her name? Jade
Jade Gonzalez.
Jade Gonzalez. She's marrying both of them very well.
Oh yeah. She's out of Chile. I met her online like 12 years ago, and we just started working with one another. Yeah.
So she done all of your issues so far? Has it been the same artist?
For most of them, like it's primarily her. I worked with a buddy of mine named Matt Lunsford. He did one issue. He did a one shot for me. And then currently I'm working with the other guy, Aurelio Tillis. He's doing a 2-parter. So, and there's been one or two others. Daphne's did a couple of issues. And then I'm blanking. I had another guy do an issue. And I'm blanking on his name, but that was like 6 years ago. So, but yeah, but she's the primary artist. When I say 1,300 pages, a good 1,100 pages of that is her.
That's amazing. She's
Right.
Cool.
Yeah. And
That's
this is
fantastic.
And this is the thing I try to tell people. I mean, she delivers to me every week 2 pages. Okay.
Wow.
So it's not like she's delivering like 5 pages every week. No. It's just that we've been doing it for 12 years.
Yeah.
So if you're consistent, consistency is the one thing I tell everybody. Just be consistent. Even if you just get, if you're like, I tell people, is like, look, even if you just produce 1 page a week, right? Or you can only afford to get an artist to do 1 page a week, and that artist is committed to do that for you, do that 1 page a week. In 2 years, you got a graphic novel.
Yeah.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the thing. You just got to be dedicated, to your story. That's all.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Rich is like, yeah, but there's baseball to watch.
And
There's baseball.
there's
There's
Rich who's
baseball,
drawing
and
20
the
hours
bat
a
that
day.
rises whenever there's a home run. So hey,
Exactly.
it works, I guess, depending on the dosage. But this is.
But if
yeah,
that bat stays up for longer than 4 hours, they better go see their doctor.
Yes.
You got me laughing and rolling down on my couch. That's nuts. Oh man, that is crazy. You said your goal was 750. You definitely eclipsed that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good for you.
Thank
Good for
you.
you, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
she's
you know,
great. Look at the way these panels go.
I know. Like that's
Yeah.
mhm.
This is a nice
that's
slow
something that
story, it really is.
I think some artists I notice kind of miss is how to set up panels. Like I see some people just have square panels drawn, like, and they don't understand. I think how to add emotion or tension or anything with their panels, like to set up.
Mhm.
You know,
Well,
Yeah.
that's a touchy thing. You know, it's as a student. I mean, I wasn't a film student,
Mhm.
but I studied film and studied film choreography and staging and independently. And I made a lot of mistakes before I got to the point where I was. And it really just depends on. I mean, what I see a lot of artists. Sometimes they just do these action panels for the sake of doing action panels.
yeah,
Like they do these ridiculous angled panels like to show something, and it's like the only time you should ever do anything like that is if you're trying to utilize it as an element of the page that you're trying to draw itself. Like if you draw a page where it's like, where the panels are shattered a little bit, it has to be something like you're breaking into something.
yeah,
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's like you have to emphasize as to why you're doing it. Here it's plain to see why this artist is doing it. It's plain to see.
Mhm.
I mean, everything in moderation, and when you use it right, it looks fantastic.
yeah.
And your artist does that very well, JD. Your artist
Yeah.
is very, very good. I will say that without any hesitation whatsoever. She's very good.
Yeah, no, she's excellent. I mean, the one thing I always try to stress to people is that listen, the lady can tell a story. You know what I
She can
mean?
tell
'Cause-
a story.
yeah, you
She
know,
can tell one. She can
mhm.
tell one.
And that's the thing is like try to find an artist or work with your artist. Telling that story is like key because I see a lot of artists come out and like, great illustration, right?
Yeah.
Try to get them to tell a story for you, and they're like, oh, what am I gonna do? And
Yeah,
that's the
I'm
part.
just gonna draw bigger boobs. That's it.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Back like when I started, like years ago, I got lucky and was able to talk to some bigger name people, and like Jim Lee was one of them, giving me a lot of advice, and he's like, you should be able to tell a story with your art with no words. Someone should be able to pick up those panels and look at that page and know what's going on without having to read a word. And
Yeah.
so that's
I've been told that more than a few times. Thank you very much.
Well, funny enough, when all right, being old, so back in the day in the this would be the mid '90s. Rich, I don't know how long you were in the city for. I don't know if you know of Tokyo Video. I don't know if you're an anime fan, but back in the day, we had something called Tokyo Video in Midtown Manhattan, and you could go in there and rent videotapes of Japanese anime. Here's the thing, though: no subtitles, no dubbing.
No, yeah,
Okay, so
Oh
you
shit!
just yeah, so you just watched it, and from it, like Akira, when I first saw it, no subtitles, no dubbing, nothing. But by watching it, you could tell the story. You didn't have to read, you didn't have to hear the voices. You could just tell what's going on. And that, to me, that's like the purest form of storytelling, when you could just tell that story just by seeing the visuals.
It is. You're right. You're absolutely correct.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a true mark of a storyteller. And
Mhm.
all artists who draw comic books should strive for that on a constant basis.
Oh yeah.
They all should, all of them. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that I know of who absolutely do not do anything like that, but I see too much of that sometimes. I mean, I saw a lot of that, to be honest with you, in the early '90s, especially with some of the image stuff, with the exception of Jim Lee and maybe a couple of other people. It's like you saw
A lot of talking head stuff.
panels of all these like really juiced up, badly proportioned guys screaming in the camera all the damn time, and
Yeah.
doing something with enough blood that it shouldn't happen.
Mhm.
It's like fifth in a North Star level blood, you know, and it's just like, wow, that he should have bled out like in a minute after that one. But
Mhm.
see, that's what I love about this craft more than anything. It's like you're telling a story in less panels than you would have for a storyboard for a movie,
Right.
and you're trying to get all the emotions or lack of emotion, depending on the scene or what it is, into like a 4 or 5 panel page at best. It's not an easy thing to do for anybody, you
Mhm.
know. And I have nothing but respect for people who can do it as well as your artist there, JB. Truly,
Yeah.
high praise, man. High praise. You deserve it. And so does she.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, especially for putting up with me for so long.
Well, she put up with you for so long because your stories are that good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
You know, I mean,
I've been trying.
you're doing that for over a decade. I mean, what the hell do you expect, man? Come on.
Mhm.
It's
But
clear she loves it's clear that she loves drawing these characters that she's drawn for such a long time
Yeah.
that you
Mhm.
imagine, but she's conceptualized.
Oh yeah, yeah. If
You
you
know,
scroll,
it's a great synergy when you're working with someone for that length of time.
oh yeah. If you look at that, that's a hard enamel pin that we have that's part of the campaign. So if anyone wants it, they can. It's available as an add-on.
Yay!
But, yeah.
Pins.
Listen, I'm extremely proud of that pin. It took me 2 years to finally make the decision to do it. You know, because it's one of those things. It's a simple thing. It's not a very big expense, but I have like a file with 30 of this thing colored like 30 different ways, and I'm like, do I like it like this, or do I like it like that? Do I like it like that? Do I like it like that?
Yes.
You know, and it drove myself insane. And I was like, you know, and we just went with the original colors that the artist had on the original cover. So we're like, all right, there it is.
That's usually you go. All right, we'll just go with the first one.
Yeah, we just go with the first
After
one.
all
Exactly.
this time, just go back to the original one.
Yeah.
Oh, and these were the other covers you had said about, right?
Yeah. This is, like I said, Donnie Harijawa and Carlos Moreno on the covers. Yeah, and like I said, this is a catch-up level. This is for from a prior campaign, a prior story. So, and this is for passing queens and making homes. And this is again Jade Gonzalez's artwork.
Jesus, got enough swords there.
Yeah.
I love that top panel. Oh yeah.
The dragon.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's hot.
That first panel was very like manga. Like it's just,
You
it just
think?
yeah. It's
My
just
Yeah.
God.
Mhm.
You have a Dutch angle without you having to tilt the camera. I mean, that's
Yeah.
just nuts.
Mhm.
Oh, the perspective on that. Oh, I need a cigarette. Oh my God, it's so hot in here. I wonder why. Oh, I'm not taking my clothes off though because no, that's not happening. Maybe later.
oh
Love
wow.
Yeah.
it. Oh man,
This
that's
is-
just so cool.
Look,
Oh,
it's evil Miss Piggy.
Yep.
what? Evil Miss Piggy? She's already
Yeah.
evil.
Okay, more evil Miss Piggy.
More even, Miss
Evil
Piggy.
Miss Piggy. Wait, this is like alternate universe Eric Cartman Miss Piggy. Oh man. Oh, that's a nice cover. That is a nice cover.
Yeah. Again, Donnie Harijawa and Carlos Moreno.
Nicely done.
So I see a lot of people who are good at art that try to do covers but aren't cover artists. Where that is like a cover, you know what I mean? Like that's the composition is right. And there's like no negative space. It's all used.
Yeah, the one thing I liked about because the comics were already done, and I was able to send him the books, and he just every issue he would just snatch something from the issue and then like just knock out an awesome illustration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just getting something.
Uh-huh.
I'm back.
All right. Very good.
Wow.
Wow, that is cool.
My
And
goodness.
then I mean I was looking through the your pledge levels or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
Earlier and
yeah, I got all kinds of stuff. You want to just buy the 2 books? You want to buy catch ups? So I got catch up levels. I have.
Yeah, I was good. There were some like really crazy ones at the end. It's like everything. I'm like, whoa,
oh yeah.
don't tempt me.
I got an ultimate book level in there that's like expensive. Yeah, it's like 260, but it has like everything that I've done.
Yeah. It's like $262, and it is literally everything. I'm trying to scroll without it like turning green. So like I was like, holy crap. Yeah. So they're rich. For $262, you can get the complete OSWALD Chronicles.
Yeah. Because what's funny is I put that on. I had it on older campaigns, and I stopped putting it on because nobody was biting. My last campaign, somebody asked me. They said, "Hey, I remember you having this," and I was like, "Yeah, I got it. If you want it, I'll put it up for you." So I put it up, and I put it up for 3 backers, and 3 backers backed it. And I put it up on this one, and so far I got 2 backers. Listen, I'm happy.
Yeah. Did I see in here that you also have like a prose book of this?
Oh yeah, the Oswald Chronicles originally started off as prose. So in 96, 97, I was actually working as a professional writer thing, and then in between projects, I started writing prose because I didn't have any artists to work with. So I was just like, all right, let me flex these muscles, and I just started writing in prose. And I came up with the Oswald Chronicles, and that's where it started. And then it was about a few years later, that's when I met Jade, and then I started turning it into a comic book. I had some money fall into my lap, and somebody forgave a loan on me. Somebody had lent me some money, and they forgave it. They say, "Here, Dad, don't worry about it. It's nice to have rich." Yeah, it's nice to have rich friends. And so and I had the cash. I was gonna give it to them. It was like $5K. And most normal people, they'll go on vacation, they'll put a down payment on a car, maybe put it in a 401k plan. No, I said no. Let's do a comic book, and that's how I got.
There you go.
Exactly.
See, that's what we said. Instead of going to a Yankee game, put it in the comic book.
Exactly. Put it into a comic book. Exactly.
Yeah. You have enough for 1 ticket and a couple of beers right now.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. So it was 16 days to go.
16 days ago. Yep. A lot of stretch goals. I got a bunch of stuff. I got here for the first 41 physical backers. It says 57 backers, but I have about probably 28 or PDF or digital backers. So there's still room for these. And these are like for the first 41 backers. I'm giving away these 2 stickers, right? So that's Oswald tripping on power. And here's a cuter one of Oswald. Yeah. Then I have this, which is a coaster for your drinks.
Nice.
So
nice.
And
no one will use it.
Yeah. then I have this, which is a pin. It's an acrylic pin.
It's like a like a shrinky dink pin.
Yeah, it's like a shrinky dink pin.
Oh my god. It's like, here it comes. It's the day.
Yep.
It's very Mighty Mouse.
Yep. So the first 41 backers will get. I got a little pack that I'll insert into all of the into all the physical. And that'll go out
here.
You pegged my weaknesses: stickers and pins.
Yep,
John said he came. John said he came in way late. Can I get the elevator pitch?
All right. The quick elevator pitch is: what would happen if the greatest sorcerer of our time was born in the body of a mouse? And that's Oswald. He's that mouse. So that's the quick elevator pitch.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, I hit the line. But I'm going to drop the link in the chat if I can.
All right. Cool.
And I'm always terrible at this. I'm
not at.
I had somebody like on the show a long time ago, back when I started, and they're like, "You know that you don't have any of the links on the YouTube." I was like, "Yeah, because I don't know how to use YouTube. My son takes care of all that. I'll let him know.
Right.
It's not up there yet. Like I am not a YouTube person, so I have." You go to my YouTube channel and you'll see all my videos, and that's about it. That's as much as I know how to do.
That's cool.
So let me stop sharing it. All right, we lost.
We lost Ken.
Yeah, we lost Ken.
Ken somewhere along the way. I seen it when he was having trouble before the show.
Mm.
Let me see if he had messaged me or not. Like,
Yeah, he was kind of breaking.
yeah,
Yeah, I was wondering who was breaking up. I didn't know it was him.
he was having troubles. This I have been known for people. Who was you on the show, Katrina? The week who was it from? He was from Canada, and he had like the 2-minute delay.
Yes.
I mean, so,
Oh,
What is it called?
Wow.
Or something? Oh my god! The poor
yeah,
guy.
they were having a storm going through Canada, and he was like literally like 2 minutes behind us. And I said we should just like ask questions and then wait and then ask another like weird question right before he answers. So it's like,
Mm.
yeah. So no, he hasn't messaged me, so we'll see what happens. But anyway,
Yeah.
that's a really cool looking book. Like I said, I love that art style, like the animation kind of stuff. Really,
Yeah.
So sorry for yawning. It is almost 3. It's 3 o'clock in the morning here. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
like likely excuse.
All right, I'm just making it up. It's actually
He's actually in New York. He's just beaming his signal to the UK.
Oh,
and
well, you
There
wait
you go.
about another 45 minutes. I will turn this camera around and you will see that the sun is coming up.
Wow.
So, where I live, I'm parallel to Nova Scotia.
Oh,
You know, and it's like right now we just passed the summer solstice where we had the longest day. So the sun creeps over the horizon around 3:30 in the morning. It doesn't set until about 10:30, 11 at night. Freaks the
Wow.
fuck out of me. Because I'm like, damn,
Oh,
the
so
hell
you
am I
were-
doing?
that's
It's like, well, that's not that I can't wait to go to Norway. And then it's like they'll have like an hour of night. And I'm like, yeah, that'll do it for me. Like, yeah, I dig it. Well, there will be. There's a place in. I think there's a spot in Norway where it's like, for a little while, the sun does not set.
Mm.
Oh wow.
And that's creepy as hell, man. It's like you don't know if it's 2:30 in the morning and 2:30 in the evening. And it's like all day party, man. Well, it just started. Ugh, God, I can't do stuff like that. That's crazy.
Yeah, James.
Yeah.
Because I can't see any of you guys.
we're hiding.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got JD on full camp.
Oh, I do.
Yeah,
I still
yeah.
have him on.
Yeah,
All
man.
right.
No, the
there you
Diddy
There
sexy.
we go.
There you go.
I was,
Keep Diddy on. He's a sexy bastard. Look at him.
I was tired of I was tired of seeing my big head on there. I was just like, what the hell?
he gets. I was trying to like message Ken to see if something happened, and I just totally. But I was just listening to you guys, and I was busy doing my thing.
I was like,
Well,
here
we're
looking
just,
insane.
I'm just having fun. We're all just having fun. This is so.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole point of my show. Like I can't stay. Like I said, you get on some of the shows and it's just business, and you're like answering 40 questions, and then you're off. And I like to have fun on my show.
Yeah.
I'm glad we have fun on your show, man. I mean, where do I go? Where else would I go to a comic podcast where I can talk about baseball for fucking 20 minutes?
And ED, ED meds.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, baseball comics with ED meds.
Yeah. And we segued it really well. So
Yeah.
Hey, you know, I have a terrible mind, you know. So,
Yeah. I mean, who doesn't? So I mean,
no,
you can't work in this business.
I'm not saying it as a badge of honor either. I'm a horrible human being, but that's okay.
You know, well, you're from New York, so I understand.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'm from Staten
At
Island.
this point.
even though he's from Staten Island. Right?
Yeah, like I
Staten
said,
Island
like
is the most bereft of culture place you'll ever see in your God in heaven help me life.
yeah,
Holy crap! Like more than half the people there are like, you know, cast off extras to The Sopranos or any other type of stupid mafia movie you could possibly think of.
right.
And they all think that they're the king shit. And just about every girl there, even if they're not Italian, they get in your face. It's like, you know what? I'm a cut a bitch. I'm just like, yeah, I want you to be the mother of my babies. Yeah, good job. It's funny because they wind up having them anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I tell people all the time. I say, listen, it says there's the 5 boroughs, right? It says Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx, Manhattan, Queens, and then we just drive over Staten Island to get into Jersey.
Yeah, you hold your breath. Hold your breath when you go over Staten Island. Well, not
exactly.
anymore, because you know what? From what I understand, they're gonna. I think what they're gonna do with the Fresh Kills landfill, which has a cancer cluster, for a little while. They're gonna bury it under like maybe a couple 100 feet of dirt, and we all know what happens with that stuff. If you ever watched any 80s horror movies and shit,
Yeah.
or like one of those like 70s disaster movies or something where everything just collapses. They're turning
Toxic
it
Avenger.
into a park. I don't know if it's still a park or anything like that. I heard it was going to be like an amusement park.
I think it's just a regular. I think it's a regular park, like a regular
It is a
city
regular park. Okay, yeah.
I believe it's supposed to be a regular city
I'm
park.
thinking like Chud immediately.
Oh,
They did that down in Virginia Beach.
Oh God, really?
It's actually literally, the park is literally called Mount Trashmore.
wow. Nice. Why would you? Who would want to visit?
Well, yeah. The only thing that Staten Island is known for, it's supposed to be the highest point on the East Coast, Lighthouse Hill. That's what it's supposed to be. But the Fresh Kills landfill eclipsed that at one point. So the largest point the highest elevated point on the East Coast happened to be all the trash that everybody in New York threw away and piled up onto a really big hill in Staten Island. That's what it's known for. That and its VH1 mobster shows.
Mount Trash was a big skate
Mount
park.
Trash
I
was a
think
big
it
skate
was.
park back in the 80s, wasn't it?
It might have been. I lived down there in the late 90s. And I actually I think I only was there once for like fireworks or something.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just scary shit to me. It really is. It's like nothing good can come of that, honestly. It's almost frightening. They should build a ballpark on it.
Yeah, I think they're supposed to be building a methane plant next to it too. Like they're supposed to extract
It's all
methane.
methane already there to begin with.
I know. No, they're trying to extract it from the garbage.
Yeah.
It's going to be underneath the
What,
dirt.
the garbage that they put 200 feet of dirt on top of?
Yep.
What?
Oh, there's
Why?
probably still methane underneath of it. Come on.
Oh,
Right.
there is
Yeah,
definitely
pumping
methane underneath that shit.
Oh yeah.
It's Jupiter. It's the atmosphere of Jupiter they're sitting on. 200 feet separates them from, breathable air to the atmosphere of fucking Jupiter. And in the movie 2010, it was turned into a sun. So let's not think of it that way. Ew. Oh.
Yeah, well, it's better than setting it on fire.
But seriously, that was a cancer cluster there. There was a cancer cluster there for the longest time, and it took them forever to figure out it was the fucking landfill.
Oh,
Right.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's just horrible.
Yeah, it's just like Long Island. They have terrible problems, and they're thinking it's the power lines. So who knows?
Power lines.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right.
Maybe Ken really lost like something because he hasn't got back to me, so I don't know.
Yeah, he might have.
Maybe the
lost
mafia hit him. I don't know.
Who knows?
Well, what did he do?
Yeah, I know,
Why
right?
did the mafia go after him?
I
Yeah.
have no clue, but he's not messaging me
What
back.
did
He
he
just
do?
like disappeared from the stream, and now he's like gone.
Listen,
Oh, man.
but I'll give him this
It's like,
though.
It's like, oh, you're not
Yeah.
going to see him no more.
Yeah.
Leave the comics. Take the cannoli.
I don't know. There are days I'd just rather have the cannoli.
Yeah, that is true.
Some of the
Well,
cannoli.
I'd rather just like leave the gun.
I don't know how many times people they'll ask me what do you do? So it's really kind of hard to explain to people if they don't understand what we do, because you say I draw comic books and they're like, that's a thing. Like, you make comic books? Like, is that a job? Do you get paid to do that? But that
People still say that shit.
Oh yeah, all the time.
I'm
So I get it all the
surprised.
time.
I'm
And
very
try to explain
surprised because it's like so many of these cosplay girls or something like that, I mean, they have no idea what the hell their character's supposed to be about, but they dress up in them.
Yeah.
And it's just like, look at me, I'm like Harley Quinn or something. And it's just like, no, that's not Harley Quinn there, pal. Sorry, baby. Not really. You know, and it's like, you know that it's too much of a thing when you have 1,000 Harley Quinns and 1,000 Deadpools at a convention and they're all hanging out together. Wow, you're amazing. You look like Harley Quinn. Like, oh wow.
Or is better yet when you have somebody who is cosplaying Deadpool, cosplaying Harley Quinn.
Oh, for fuck's sake. That's like pineapple on a pizza.
Yeah.
It's an aberration. It's unholy. It's unholy and evil. It was a pizza, Michael. I ate it and I threw it in the garbage because this must all end.
So, Rich, let me ask you a question. You said you worked at Marvel for a while, or are you still working for them?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I worked for oh God. I got a job there as an art corrections guy for about a year, and then after that, I became a freelance inker for just about every title you can think of, one way or the other. Well, I was more of them. You see, a lot of times, a lot of pencilers would bring in their own inkers,
right?
And which is fine, you know, to each his own. I was the guy who most of the time saved everybody's deadline,
Gotcha.
which, in a way, I would get a lot more work than a regular series type of person, but I still busted my ass on it. But it was okay. It's like, you know, I did that for a bit, and then I stopped in 2004 for a while because, quite frankly, after 10 years of inking, I got sick of it. And then I got the bug again, and I wound up inking for a couple of years at DC Comics, and I'm like, okay, we climbed that mountain. Let's see what's next.
Right.
And that's in 2013 I started penciling and inking my own work, and now we're at a point where I am right now, where I'm self-publishing. I'm about to launch a second chapter of a 60-page graphic novel. Jesus Christ, what am I doing?
And he's doing all himself.
Yeah, all me. The whole thing is me.
Yeah.
I don't know if that screams narcissism or I just don't trust anybody. Probably a little bit of both.
Yeah.
You know, well, it's the truth. I'm no lie. I wrote the story, I drew it, and then I was like, you know what? I can't pay anybody $60 a page to color it, so I'm going to learn how to do that. And I did to an extent. And then a friend of mine who letters for Boom Studios taught me how to letter and how to format properly. And all right, I'm lettering now. Yay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It gets you after a while, but it's the most satisfying feeling knowing that I did it.
No, that's awesome.
I think lettering is like the one aspect of comics that people don't pay enough attention to. Like they don't like to think, oh, I can do it. I can just letter this, and you can tell those people thought, oh, I can letter this.
Not everybody should letter.
No.
What it is you see, everything has to work together. Now, when I had to because I really didn't. I made the classic mistake of not compensating for space for where the word balloons are going to go on some of the pages from the first chapter. And I'm not lying when I'm telling you I probably had to redraw or Photoshop the crap out of at least 10 or 12 pages in my first graphic novel. No joke.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm like, oh my God, what the hell have I done? Because like the script that I had, I'm like, where am I can't put these word balloons here. I have to fix this. And I did. And I'm just like, man, I give up after a while. The job of a letterer, colorist, inker, penciler, writer, it's no joke. It's no joke. No joke. It's a profession. And we bust our ass, all of us. We all do, all of you guys, everybody here.
And editors too.
Yes, and editors.
And
that's another part that people think, oh, I can edit my own book.
Well, I can't edit my own book for shit. I had to get someone this time. I had to because I suck at it. Because I'm like, yes, this is done, and there's like 80 misspelled words, and half of them are the words there.
Right.
Oh,
You know,
man.
that was pointed out to me, and I'm like, I really did that. And I'm like, yeah, you did. You have to correctly spell there 40 something times, and I'm like, motherfucker.
Damn it.
Let me give you my virtual card.
God. Yes. Okay. I just might, because I'm like, it's at a point where I'm just like, I've expanded on the story. The second part of Incantesi is going to have a prologue and an epilogue, another 5 pages for both. So, yeah, so it's 56 pages total of story. Now, 56 or 57, I'm not sure. Yeah, like 60. I'll just round the shit off because I know I'm going to throw a couple things in. Yeah, it's 60 pages. I mean, the first issue was 48 pages. The second one's going to be 60. So is the third, and so is the fourth. And
as of now, but by the time he does it, it'll be 75 and then 82.
No lie. No lie. I do not, because it's like I expanded on the story a little bit. Now, I put the prologue and the epilogue in because there's going to be something happening towards the end of issue 4, chapter 4, that's going to coincide with the prologue and the epilogue. So it's like I got to make sure I coordinate this crap the right way. I'm going to screw this up, and I hope I don't, because I'm like, you know. Are we going to talk about my campaign, or are we going to go jump to Katrina first, if you want?
Well, Katrina doesn't have anything. She's just here to...
Well, then put mine up. Yeah, put mine up, because mine is sexy, so go ahead.
Yeah,
nice.
Do we have... I mean, the only thing I have right now is the launch, or that page. The
pre-launch?
The save page?
Damn. Okay, you know what? Give me a minute. If you go to Kickstarter, and if you just go to Incantesi, you'll see 2 entries. Instead, like there's the chapter 2, and then there's the first one if you want to look at that one. I mean, unless you followed the campaign or something, because the campaign that I have right now, of course, still has yet to launch. I wish I could show you some of the art.
It doesn't. You don't. They don't give you the little button where you can share, share a preview.
Yeah, share a preview.
I did already, and it's for some reason it might not have done that.
So I gotta move stuff like.
I could be. Right now I'm on my phone, and I really can't do any of that without disconnecting.
Oh, right. Yeah, if you're on your phone.
Yeah. You find anything?
On the first one, yeah.
All right, well, put up the first one.
And I have like that pre-launch page for your second one.
All right. You know what? Let me come back in a minute. I'm going to send you a message, and I'll just send you some of the pages that I've already finished.
Oh, okay, yeah, that'll work.
All right, I'll be back in a minute or two. Okay.
All right.
How about that?
Let's speak amongst yourselves. Let me give you a topic. Why do we park on a driveway and drive in a parkway?
Nice.
I actually knew the answer to that like 2 days ago, but I don't remember now.
Right.
There was actually some legit reason.
Why we park in a driveway and drive in a parkway?
Why they're called? Yeah, what they are.
Parkway.
That's crazy. Or I used to have on my GPS, it was like a lady's voice from like Ireland or Scotland, and she would always pull on to the thoroughway.
The thoroughway. Ooh. Fancy.
Yeah, it was like
fancy roads there.
Yes.
So Katrina, you haven't started watching Loki yet, have you?
No, she just finished.
Yes. No, I've seen episodes 1 and 2 of Loki.
Oh, okay.
What are you doing watching them out of order?
It was an accident. I have a friend who does watch parties on Discord, and I came home last week, and I popped in to say hi and stuff, and I was watching this, and I was like, "Wait, is this Loki?" Crap! I haven't seen anything else yet, and He's
Well,
like,
luckily these
like,
shows are
it's
kind of
pretty much-
self-contained. So.
it was
Yeah.
it's pretty much more standalone, it seems, than the other
Yeah.
ones.
Mhm.
So I
Yeah.
actually watched the second half of episode 2. Then he put on episode 1, and then the first half of episode 2. So
Right.
I watched it in a really kind of convoluted order. But I haven't seen the most recent episode because he's not in Appalachia right now, down in West Virginia, working on some homes and stuff. So I'm waiting for him to get back to watch the new one. But
Going into Loki, the only thing I think you really need to have watched is the second Thor movie.
I've seen all of the movies
and Endgame, because those are the only two that they kind of touch on.
Yeah, well, that's what he said. That's what he said to me. He said, "Have you seen Endgame?" And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Okay, then Loki's not going to be super confusing for you.
Yeah,
you're going to understand the beginning of it and such." So yeah, I still have to go back though and watch the other one.
Now let's see how I can do this. Rich sent me 12 pictures.
Nice.
On your phone? You've got them on your Messenger.
Yeah, I want to see how I can make that full screen.
I was gonna say you could just hold up your phone. See, I cannot get used to this camera being at the bottom. That's got to change. I've got to find. I have a web camera on here somewhere.
Yeah.
Let me see, because it doesn't show you like I want to. I'm trying to see if there's a way that'll let me scroll through them as I hate Facebook. Facebook is not the best for sharing stuff. Say that. Okay. Where's the first link?
And yet I have clients who send their stuff that way all the time.
Because
like, please don't.
If I share my screen, you're going to see like all of my other stuff.
Oh no, we don't want to see your OnlyFans tab.
I know. Well, because I was on Chuck's OnlyFans. I don't think he wants to share that if someone's not paying for it.
That's true. He'll come after you for that money.
Yeah,
Revenue loss.
He'll make me pay for everybody else who's seen it.
You know how Chuck is.
Yeah. Let me think. Did he come back?
Not here to defend himself. That's where Chuck is.
Yeah. No, I see. I'm trying to see. This is going to be a test to see how I can do this. So hold on. See if it works. Window maybe? Nope. Chrome tab. Let's see. Oh, Rich just messaged me. What did he message me now?
Let me back in.
Yeah.
Oh, he has a bunch of stuff. Okay. Let me just see.
He keeps sending you stuff. So
he is. He's just sending me.
I'm impressed he has all that on his phone.
Okay, can you see that? I just want to see if
Yep. No, you can.
You just have to ignore my other crap at the top.
You can't see anything else. You just see the.
Oh really?
You just see what's in that tab.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's good.
Yep.
You don't have to see all my Pornhub stuff.
Nope, don't need to see your Pornhub or RedTube or OnlyFans.
Yeah. We were worried before you came back how I was going to share this because I didn't want people to see my Pornhub playlist. There was
oh man, they got it into mine.
But it only shows you.
It's like a third subcategory to like a subcategory to another category.
Oh,
it's very specific.
Very Pacific.
Yeah, right. Pacific. It's like a specific. Jesus Christ.
The Northwest.
The Northwest. Yeah, there's some art. That's part of the epilogue.
Nice.
Is that cut off? That looks like
I don't know, like because it's kind of like see that one's not this. That's all it'll show me. So
okay, I was just sending whatever the hell I could.
Yeah,
you didn't mind right there.
Yeah, you probably have to scroll up and down.
Oh, now what?
Oh no, we can see it all again.
No. Okay. Is there a way to? I think we're.
Well, you know what you do? You click on the bottom. Not click on.
No, what in the world is this? No, I'm getting all kinds of stuff.
Click on it. Click on my images again.
All right.
All right. Now you see those little bottom
images on the bottom.
Go to the one all the way towards the end.
There you go.
All the way on the right.
All the way on the right, on the bottom,
Okay.
Yeah, and then now you can click on the arrow over here and scroll across them. So there you go.
Is that backwards though?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I'm sending you errand pages. I'm not sending you anything sequential. So
Oh, okay. So
Oh.
Good art is good art no matter the order it's in.
Yeah.
that's
All right.
Yeah.
So I just want to. So it's okay. I was just seeing because I'm looking at a completely different like setup. If I'm going to control the page, I can't look at the StreamYard thing. So all right. And so this is all from chapter 2, right?
yes.
Nice.
Thank you.
And you
Thank you.
still have all the nice, beautiful coloring to put in here.
I've already colored about 20-something pages already as it is. I just haven't snapshotted them yet.
Nice. Do you like? Because there's some books I do where I do everything. Do you go through and do all your line art first, and then go back and put in colors, or do you like? I don't feel like drawing today. I'll throw some colors.
There are times, but for me, I like finishing all the line art first.
Yeah, that's what I like to do, and then I'll go back and I'll take sections that I know that like take place. Even if it's like do like these 4 pages in the story, and then it goes someplace else, and if it comes back, I try to do all of those that are taking place like the same time, color them at the same time, so I can get it like formal.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, so it looks the same. So I'm not like coming back in 3 weeks and doing this scene that that matches up to a page I did 3 weeks ago and try to remember how exactly did I do that.
Now, Rich, do you write out a full script for yourself, or do you like thumbnail it out for yourself?
Well, here's how I put a story together is I think of the plot of what I'm going to do on a base level, and then I try and illustrate it in my head by putting a bunch of thumbnails for a bunch of pages.
Right.
And then the story fleshes itself out a little bit more because in my head I already have the major points of what's going to happen. But then I have to fill in the blanks, and I have to try and make sure that I have enough for a 48-page story, which I do. And I take care of that. And after I take a look at some of the visuals that I have, I write out a full 48-page plot. And then after I start some of the art, I write the full script. So the full script for number 2 is already done. I have a plot for issue 3, and I sent some pages from some art that I've already done for issue 3. A lot of my live streamed art shows, I've been drawing pages for issue 3. Like an hour each show and everything, because it serves 2 purposes. 1, it helps me with production for the next issue, and 2, it promotes the book. Yeah, and it's like this is what's showing up, so it's like a 2-for-1. And there are certain pages that I will just pencil outright, just so everybody can see what's going to happen for the next issue, and without me doing the really, really important pages. And issue 3 is going to be really shocking. It's going to be a lot of fun, and there's going to be portions of issue 3 I will not share with anybody because you have to see it first.
Right. Nice.
It's going to be crazy. I can't wait to do it. I'm excited. I've already drawn some of the pages that are going to lead up to that, and I'm like, oh boy, it's going to be hot. I can't wait. So
you need to see it.
I'm sorry?
I said because you need to see it live and in living color.
Well, I love doing that because I interact with the people that have already backed my first project already as it is, and I've garnered new fans as a result. Right now, I have I think I started my channel about maybe 2 months ago, maybe a little bit more, and I have about 140 subscribers at this point, which is okay, And but as a result of me doing the YouTube shows, right now on the campaign before it started, I already have 112 followers at this point, which is great because it's more than twice the amount that I had for the first campaign, and that one I did pretty well on. Yeah, cool. See those two, yeah. Look how amazing. I love this page.
Let me see if I can bring it up so people can see it. Oh, that didn't help much, did it?
That helped quite a bit, actually.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah, I can see it a lot better.
Here she saves a child from being kidnapped. Crowd is watching her descend, which is not a normal thing where she is. And she takes the child and she gives it to the mother. And I'm like, "Aw."
Nice.
I always like to see.
I will say this flat out. I don't care what anybody thinks. I swipe this from Batman v Superman. Absolutely. Because that shit, when I saw that, I didn't see it in the theaters, unfortunately. But when I saw Superman floating down with the little girl in his arms and all the people are watching him, and then he gives the child to the mother who's crying, and that damn music from Hans Zimmer, because it's so bloody good. And then it's like, holy crap, I'm swiping this. I have to. And I did. And that bottom panel is one of the best panels I've ever drawn in my entire life of my character.
Nice.
Yeah, I like to see some other people's, like, because you see some pencilers and their pencils are, especially if they're going to ink it themselves, are very loose. Like, you know, but I'm like, when I pencil, I pencil really tight, like you do. Like, you know, I actually draw it. Yeah, that's how I talk. Because I'm pretty much a self-taught artist. So,
excellent.
You know, so when I learned, I just drew the thing. Like, I see people who like do that really loose, sketchy thing. I'm like, I don't understand that. How do you?
Yeah, me
how
neither.
do you do that?
Me neither. I don't. You know, and it's funny because, you know, I was an inker for so damn long that you would think that I would go nice and loose on the pencils, because then I'd use the inking to fill it up, and I'm just like, no, that I have to. I want to put all that definition in there because I want to know where everything is going to go to begin with.
Yeah.
You know, you have to, and it's like, you know, and I feel I would cheapen myself if I didn't pencil a full page.
Now, are you doing physical inks or are you digital inking?
Well, I am going to digitally. I finished this one a couple of days ago.
That's nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nuts. That is nuts. Yeah. What the hell was I going to say? I digitally ink.
Okay.
Only because I don't have a scanner large enough to accommodate a size of page like that. So for me, it's like, I mean, I can ink it traditionally and then scan it, but I already have that. I do a good portion of the work that I do for the graphic novels digitally, like some of the conversational pages and other stuff along those lines, because they're quick and they're easy. And it's like, okay, I'll do this, that's, you know, the blah, blah, blah. You know, some of the other pages that require a lot more work, I can do digitally, but I prefer to do them traditionally because they look so much better if you do it traditionally. And it's like, and quite frankly, it just adds to the narrative and the visual that anyone gets to see of what I'm capable of doing and what's in store for the book. You know, I mean, I could draw conversational pages all day, and quite frankly, I'm not going to get the audience that I would want.
Right.
To be blunt and honest with you, but I get a more than decent sized audience for when I do something like this.
Yeah.
You know.
And do you draw, like, when you do the pencils? Is it on 11 by 17?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I know. Oh, who the heck is it now? I can't even think. One of the Andy and Adam.
Herbert?
I can't think.
Hubert?
Yeah, he started drawing on like this really oversized paper, like huge paper. I'm like, what in the world?
Well, yeah. Well, back in the day, that's what Kirby, they would draw. What was it? Is 2 up. So it's 22 by
17.
30, 17. No, it's 22 by 34.
Oh yeah.
So that's what like Kirby and those guys. I think the old EC guys. If you ever see those pages if you ever see a kind of dealer selling them, they're huge. It's like, yeah. That's nice.
That's supposed to be the cover to issue 2.
That's really nice.
Thank you.
I love the the coloring style that you have on this book.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Man.
As a colorist, that's like one of the things I always like notice nowadays. Like,
Yeah.
you know, the style of colors.
Yeah.
Well, what I do is I apply the hues, and then I do the shading only, and then I use like the burn or the dodge tool for highlights.
Yeah.
And I draw, and this is like a secret, the ancient Chinese secret, like Calgon type stuff, So,
And now we're showing our age.
well, yeah. I'm
too late for that.
Proud
I
to find the
know.
time.
We're the old guys are left. Well, the old people are left. So
We're the old
Yeah.
people here, but we're all sexy, so don't sweat the shit. We're still sexy as fuck.
Mm.
What was I going to say? Yeah, I dropped the opacity on the brush for the burn and the dodge tool to about 20%, just because those are very, very powerful. Regardless,
yes.
Those are very, very powerful. And what they do, and you have to be careful on the shadows, the midtones, and the highlights with this, and I use that to put a little bit more emphasis and smoothness on the shading in some areas, and a little bit more on the highlight in some areas around the contours of the face. And then what I do is I lower the I flatten the whole image, and then I lower the saturation by about maybe between 30 and 40% of what it is already, of like the saturation.
To give it that desaturated look.
Right.
I desaturate it a little bit, not too much, because I don't want to make it black and white, because I'm out to fucking make it black and white if that's the case.
Yeah.
But I drop the saturation a good 30, sometimes 40%, depending on what the image is, because I've noticed a lot of times that a lot of colors can be oversaturated and they can overwhelm the art. And I've seen that a little bit too much, where it's like it's really like an orgy of like special effects and colors and this, that, and the other. It almost obscures some of the art. I mean, it looks like a J.J. Abrams film after a while. I mean, it's just like
it's too much rendering.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's like I don't want the colors to overwhelm the black and white art. So that's the reason why I dropped the saturation about a good 30% at the average, really about 30%. But when it's printed, it looks great. So it's like good, because I don't want all these colors screaming out there. I want both the hues and the lines to work together. And they do. I mean, as you scroll through some more of the color art, you'll see that they do, because it's like, this is just my tried and true. You see, like something like this.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want a whole lot of like splashy colors to take over all of that. Yeah.
No, not at all. And there's a way of doing it without having to be all splashy and all that stuff. It really is. So yeah, absolutely.
No.
Well, that's fun.
I like that. That's really nice.
Thank you.
I like the brushwork on the
like
the effect there.
It's sexy. I love it. One thing I do love is inking. I have to admit, whenever I break out the brush and the ink, I'm like, yes, here we go. This is where it's fun. This is what I used to love doing. Yeah, there's nothing like it when you can do that. Oh, look at that one.
Yeah.
Yay.
Is that a double? A 2-page?
This is a double-page spread.
Nice.
And here's the fun part about this one. This one was actually supposed to be the last pages of issue 2. But I realized that I'm like, no, because what I wanted to do is I wanted to, at the end of this issue, I wanted to really show her uniform in its full glory. And I felt like that this one was a little bit too actiony. I don't think it showed enough of her, because I want everybody to get a really good look.
Yeah.
So what I did was I took that, and now it's going to be the first 2 pages of issue 3. And I think I gave you one of the pages. I'm not sure. I might have. Wait, let's see. Is it another one? I think I did. I'm not
Now
too
what
sure.
in the world? This thing keeps wanting to like mess with me. It keeps
Give me
wanting to
a
mess
second.
with me.
Let me see if I did.
Let me see.
Oh, cool.
Oh, I love that one too.
Mm-hmm.
Just give me 1 second.
Okay.
I think I have another one that I can send you. Did I send you that one? No, I did not. I'll show it to you, and you will be the first one to see it. Because I don't think I might have posted it a while ago, but no one noticed. But that's good because now you're going to notice it now. So
Yeah.
just give me a second. Let me just get it. 1 second. Oh, here it is. I'm sending it to you, Facebook. Ta-da!
All right.
Right, there you go.
All right. Let me come back here in just a second, and I'm going to go back over there and bring that back up. Then we'll come on. When you want to do something, it never like lets you do it. Wish there was a way I can do that. Okay. We'll bring it back.
Yeah.
I'm running on caffeine and bad habits at this point.
All right. Is that? Can we see it there now?
Yeah, that's it.
That's nice. Oh wow.
Yeah, that is awesome.
That's the last page for issue 2, where we see her in all of her glory.
Very cool.
Yeah, she's not pleased. She is not pleased.
I was another of the great advice I got from Jim Lee. Said like the first time you like reveal a character, it should always be a full body, like image of that character. So
yeah. I wanted to do that, and I felt that the double page spread was nice, but I felt that I didn't reveal her properly.
Yeah.
I didn't show her to everybody properly. Like she's in an action pose on that one, but I wanted to get one where it's like, all right, she's hovering in the middle of the house, and she's really staring at someone that she's about to like really mess up or try to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I wanted to make sure that we got a nice, good look at her uniform, which I fucking love.
Yeah,
this is the best thing I've ever created ever, honestly. No joke. No joke.
Where were we at? Okay, that was
That's the double page spread.
Yeah. I don't know what. There's so much stuff on here. I'm like, all right, because that's the end of that one. I think there's just so it keeps like going and going and going.
Yeah,
that's all of them. Yeah, that must be all of them. It you sent me anyway.
Yeah,
must be all of it.
Yeah, because I went from one end to the other. But you say it launches Saturday. No, this is Friday.
It launches Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, and so
cool.
I will, if I can, get the right one. Nope, that's the old one. I am going to drop the link for the reminded me page, if it'll let me.
Yeah.
The save the date.
Save the date page.
Save the date. Yes, save the date.
Chat.
I'd rather go to a Kickstarter than a wedding any day.
You will not be disappointed if you get this. Oh, and also, since this is chapter 2, for anybody who decides they wanted to get the chapter 2 but don't have the chapter 1, I am offering a tier where you can get the first issue as well as the second issue.
Cool.
Very nice. I love catch-up tiers because I always come into everything late. I am a late comer to everything, and so I always have to do that. And then it costs me 5 times as much.
So you're launching on CromCon?
I am launching on CromCon. Yes, I am.
Okay.
Nice.
And then after that, I'm gonna launch an Indiegogo campaign.
I was going to ask because you did that with the last one.
I have an cover for that one.
Mm-hmm.
And when the Kickstarter campaign ends is when I'm going to launch the Indiegogo, because I've been running into a lot of people on Twitter who absolutely refuse to do the Kickstarter but want to back my project.
Right.
And
Yeah,
it's like, the only way we're gonna do it is if we do an Indiegogo, and I'm like, oh, okay, all right.
It
so I'll
goes
do
both
that.
ways. I never got that, like, I won't back it if it's on this, or you know what I mean? Like, because there's people's like, if it's not on Kickstarter, I won't back it. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Whatever it is,
Yeah.
if someone wants to get it on Indiegogo, that's fine. I don't judge or anything.
Yeah.
No.
If you want to get it, it's okay. That's good. But yeah, I'm going to start promoting that. I'll start promoting the Indiegogo as soon as there's like a week left in the Kickstarter or something along those lines, because it's like it's too much running 2 campaigns at the same time. I'm already doing like 1,000 things already as it is.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
That's how I feel sometimes.
I'm sorry?
That's how I feel sometimes. I get, because I have like 4 projects going at a time. That's like usually me.
I don't know how you do it.
And people are like, did you make any room? I was like, no, I'm working on something else right now. I'll get to it when I can.
Nice.
That's my schedule right now.
Yeah, Katrina.
I know.
So how we come up with any more Rocky stories?
I have not.
Well, what's the hold up here?
You guys didn't get to that stretch goal.
Well, it doesn't matter. We didn't get to the stretch goal in my book, and I still give them extra pages.
Nice.
Well, you guys are getting 4 bonus stories as it is. So.
All right. I'll let it slide this time.
Wait for the next book for the next Rocky.
The next book, yes.
There is a Rocky sticker.
I was say, did I get a Rocky sticker at least?
We'll get I'll make sure you get a Rocky sticker.
All right. Does he have boxing gloves?
Excuse me.
It's killing her. Look at.
I've had a cold all week, guys. Sorry. I'm hitting that time of night where it's just the end of it is kicking in.
Yeah, I woke up this morning. My nose was like couldn't breathe out of it. I'm like, oh man. All right. Well, I have my Katrina's favorite questions. She loves them. I won't ask her question because we all know she doesn't like Batman. She doesn't like Batman, so we know that.
Okay, that's all right.
She thinks Batman is the most overrated superhero.
Well, he eats pussy. So,
Yeah. Well, it all depends on who you ask. Because DC
Look, last time you asked that question, everybody was on my side on that. So
I know.
First time everybody was.
What was the why don't you like Batman? What was the actual question?
It was, who do you think is the most overrated superhero?
I said Batman because I don't think he's a superhero. He has no superpowers. He has super gadgets.
That's true.
Then Tony Stark is not a superhero.
No, he's a guy with a
suit of armor. Has lots of money.
Yeah.
It's his superpower is his dad left him a whole bunch of money.
Yep.
What's your superpower?
I wouldn't argue that as a superpower. I mean, somebody wants to, bestow that upon me, I'll take it. But not sure it would make me a superhero or anything. It just make me super rich.
Yeah.
Well, you got to admit, a lot of those gadgets. I mean, that damn Batmobile in Zack Snyder's Justice League is friggin' nasty, especially with that nuclear cannon that he has. It's like he launches that thing and it's like obliterates like half of what's left of Chernobyl. and the actual Chernobyl incident did not blow up all of Chernobyl. It was just, and it's just like,
Batman makes sure he finishes the job.
Yeah.
It's like you got to be some sort of like super awesome individual if you're leading a bunch of ridiculous metahumans as the leader of the damn team, and you're the guy who just has a lot of money to waste. And it's like this is, instead of like banging every single bikini ballerina model, whatever the hell you're doing, and continuously hedge funding every single ounce of your money so he can spend it and just keep taking from the poor. He fights crime. So he may not be a superhero with superhuman abilities.
That was one of the best lines in Batman versus Super.
but then again, he does what he does because of what happened to him when he was a child.
Yes.
Mhm.
And if that did not happen, who knows how he would have turned out? He probably would have turned out like
Every other rich kid that got a bunch of money when he was
another rich kid who probably did too many drugs and got into a bad crowd and shit like that. And just,
Being a
being a sociopath is not the same as being a superhero.
Nice.
Well, yeah, that's true.
unless that's your superpower, right?
Right. Being a sociopath.
I think there was this YouTube thing that I saw where it's like, is Batman insane or is like the Punisher insane? And I think both of them were like, no, they're not. They just have these very, very clear things, but it borders on obsession with the both of them.
Mhm.
But then again, it's like if you're the Punisher and you have your 7-year-old daughter dying in your arms with about
It's going to mess with your head a little bit.
Yeah, if you're watching a baby girl die in your arms with about 10 bullet holes in her, and she's like, "Daddy," then it's like, then that's the end. You know, that if that happened with me, I would no longer be human.
Right.
No longer be human.
We've all seen the Death Wish movies, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
We've all seen the Death Wish movies, right? Charles Bronson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I know this does not surprise
he became
JD
the
at all.
robot in Death Wish 3, which I thought was the greatest movie of all time.
Mm.
You'll never hear a movie line as deep and as powerful as this one. They killed the giggler, man.
Oh.
And they're all like the whole gang is like mourning. They're all like sad. They're all like, they killed the giggler, man. And it's just like, because like the giggler was like the life of the party with a bunch of sociopathic gang members.
Mhm.
If you read Punisher Born of the Platoon, he becomes the Punisher while still in Vietnam.
Yeah.
He does. He gets that mindset while he's in Vietnam. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then when he comes home and sees the mob kill his family.
I'm harkening back to the part when Dale Eaglesham, when he illustrated the revised origin of the Punisher, and God, Dale Eaglesham was insane.
Mm.
The detail and the work that oh my God, and he was nuts, absolutely nuts. But I remember that one. That one was fantastic.
Yeah.
You know. So.
What's funny is I hold the same opinion as Katrina.
Batman?
Okay, no,
I think Batman
is really just essentially a rich guy who just runs around thinking he can save the universe. So yeah, exactly.
Well, my thing is this: it's like, he runs around, right? He beats up on some of the lowest level criminals you can find in his city. He's a billionaire. I was like, is this really the most productive thing you could be doing for these people? You know, but it's one of those things. It's a comic book. You know, we're having fun with it.
Hey, he's paid out of pocket to rebuild the city many a times.
It's a comic book that I've never read a single issue of.
Well,
really? No, this.
Sweetie, I don't know why you're ever surprised to hear that I've not done something.
Yeah. I mean,
Katrina's never read a comic book. What?
No.
It's terrible.
Which is the one Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale did? The Long Halloween, is that it?
I just finished that for like the 30th time in my life.
Yeah, that's Katrina. If you're gonna read a Batman story, that's one of the ones you can read.
And they just released the first part of the animated movie this week.
Based on that? Okay.
Yeah, it's like a 2-part movie.
So you know what why did you say that? Now she's just gonna wait and she's gonna watch the damn cartoon.
But
I'm sure they changed
what happened into my head. Like
on Hush, how they changed.
I can just load Netflix. Okay,
that's it. You know, it's gonna be on HBO
the book
Plus.
is
yeah. Tim Sale's work is just gorgeous in that.
I mean, all three of those that they did. Was it the Long Halloween? I have all of them.
Yeah.
I have the other one that I'm just getting ready to start reading for the 20th time, probably. Dark Victory.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And then then there's the other one that's kind of like it's just like 3 stories they put together into a that have to do with Halloween. I don't remember. I don't remember what that one is. But that one's over there too. Yeah, I mean, the first time I got seen Tim Sal's art was in Image when he did Death Blow.
Death Glow.
And I was just like, that is totally different. Like that art was just like because Jim Lee started that book and he had a little different take, and then when Tim Sal took over it, I was like, wow, that's and it was all black and white.
Yeah. Well, what is it? Jim Lee was aping Frank Miller at the time from
that's kind of what it was.
Mm-hmm. But Tim Sale though was always drawn like that, so he always had that chiaroscuro, style to him. So
I first saw Tim Sale when he did the Superman story.
Oh yeah,
that was so
for all
gorgeous.
Seasons or whatever, or no?
For all seasons. The man for all seasons. Oh, it was so beautiful. I love Tim Sale's work.
Yeah,
he kind of reminds me of a David Mazzucchelli when he was drawing Daredevil. A little bit. A little bit, because it's such a beautiful open style, and it's so smooth. The way that both Tim Sale and Dave Mazzucchelli, the way they both convey any type of action or anything, it looks like photographs.
Yeah,
it looks like photographs from a memory. That's how beautiful it actually is.
Yeah, like Tim's art style really fits like period piece stuff like that, like the street level Batman stuff, and that like.
Yeah, the sun's coming up.
The sun's coming up.
The sun's coming up.
The sun's coming up. He's got to get to his. He's got to get to his.
Gonna turn into a pumpkin.
I'm already a pumpkin.
Like reverse Cinderella.
I'm a reverse Cinderella. That's what I am. Cinderfella.
Cinderfella.
Turn into Jerry Lewis, for fuck's sake. And then everybody in France loves me. Jesus Christ.
All right, but I do have one question for this week, since I put it out there. I mean, I actually write a big list of them. It all depends on some people. They don't talk, so I got to like ask a bunch of questions. But I want to know what you think is the most epic superhero fight that you've seen in a movie or TV show, and Katrina's going to say. Scarlet Witch and that lady from
and Agnes.
Yeah, I knew her name.
I get the heart. A sidebar. Catherine Hahn is fucking hot. Oh my God! I'm like, damn girl, you're gorgeous as an evil witch with that ridiculous laugh. And that big old smile. I'm like, wow, I love Catherine Hahn again. Yes, I will agree with you that is one of the best superhero fights I've seen in quite some time. Definitely.
Well, that's the only one Katrina has seen, so that's what.
Really?
She's seen all the Marvel movies, so she's seen more.
You've seen all the Marvel movies. Okay, well,
I'm like hiding in shadows.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. The fight movie scenes in the Marvel movies are kind of okay. I think they're okay. I mean, the ones that I think is the most electric out of that is Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Yeah. When they really start beating the crap out of each other, and it's just so damn epic. The choreography of that fight, it's just nuts. And I think that's the best Marvel movie.
Yeah, that's my favorite of the MCU is Winter Soldier.
Yeah, because it was grounded in reality, but with people who are supposed to be enhanced. But it was such a taut thriller. It was really, really beautifully executed, and it stayed within the realm of reality on that one.
Yeah, the fight in the elevator, like
that was nuts.
Yeah.
That was nuts. I loved it. I was just someone. Who are you? I'm thinking you guys have seen The Kingsman, right?
Oh yeah.
The one with the music, with the Freebird music.
Come on, Katrina. We need to just send a package of DVDs to Katrina's house and say before you can do anything.
We should send her the Batman 66 TV show.
Nice.
Those are the best fights.
I have a Batman 66 comic. I do have that because when we were reviewing for that's DC, right?
Yeah.
My brain is shut down. I'm not even on the cold medicine right now. My brain is shut down. When I used to review for them, they would send a packet to my house every week of physical comics and trades and such.
Nice.
I gave most of them to my niece, so she's read probably a lot of Batman comics.
Wow.
Oh my God.
I know it's terrible. People how have you survived this long in life and not seen anything? It's not
you saw Scarlet Witch?
I did.
After I prodded her for months.
It's not that I haven't seen things. It's just that I've seen things that normal people haven't seen, like every episode of Murder, She Wrote.
That's true. I probably have never seen an episode.
That's not such a bad thing. I've seen a lot of those.
Mm-hmm.
That's
my favorite one was the one written by Harlan Ellison.
There's some good stuff.
Actually wrote an episode of Murder, She Wrote.
Yeah,
so it's Murder He Wrote, is what you're saying.
Murder He Wrote.
Well, it's Harlan Ellison. It's like he's the same. If I'm correct, he was also the guy who wrote City on the Edge of Forever.
Yes.
For Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He went from that to Murder, She Wrote. Damn.
Yeah. He can never do a job in Hollywood.
So you guys just start forming a list.
What's his name? That director, Richard Rodriguez. He went from
Robert Rodriguez.
Yeah,
Robert
he went
Rodriguez,
from Shark Boy and Lava Girl to Sin City.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
This is true. Yeah.
My Zeus.
Like when I found out he directed that, I was like, "What?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Say hi to James.
Hello, kitty. Well, what's your kitty's name?
Zeus.
Nice.
Oh, Zeus. Oh, I wish my cat Ozymandias was here.
They're just on Medicare right
They're all Medicare right now.
Thanks, John.
Nice.
I'm not the oldest in the bunch here, so.
Yeah. So do you have an Apollo as well?
I do have an Apollo.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I do.
An Athena?
Yeah.
No Athenas.
Well, she had to have Apollo so he could fight Rocky.
We have Dorian Gray.
Oh God.
Zeus.
Terrible.
Mackinac. Mina, Apollo, and Bongo.
Bongo. Okay.
Bongo.
Bongo is
the
the newest one. He's about 10 weeks old right now.
He's the oddball of the group.
The baby.
He belongs to my youngest son. He's a little tiny orange.
He's a kitty baby. He's a little baby. Oh my God! I get that voice when I talk about.
You look on Facebook, you'll find pictures.
Yes.
I will.
Yeah, I've seen the pictures. He's just tiny.
He's cute.
He's just tiny. Real kitty.
He's just tiny.
Little
kitten.
Little kitten.
I'm gonna jump in here. I think, for myself, the fight scene that I always remember in comics is, I don't remember the exact issue. It's the issue where Bullseye kills Elektra. And it's Daredevil and Bullseye. And there's one scene that I wish they had done in the TV show, and they didn't do it. It really pissed me off. And it's the scene where the two of them are on, they're on like a clothesline, and they're both standing on the clothesline. And Daredevil jumps up, and he lands on it, and it knocks Bullseye off. And Bullseye drops, and he grabs his hand, and Bullseye's like, I'm paraphrasing, he says, I'm gonna kill you, and then he lets him go. And for me, that was really powerful. I was like, oh yeah, that's it right there. Yeah, so that scene always did it for me.
I never really, I didn't see that one. Was that Did Daredevil just let him drop or something?
Yeah, he let him go. He let him go.
Nice.
Yeah, he let him go, and then I think the next issue, he's Bullseye's in a hospital bed, and he's like in a full body cast, and Daredevil has a gun, like the old Clint Eastwood 357 Magnum, and he has it in his face, and he's playing Russian roulette with him.
Oh,
Yeah. Listen, Frank Miller was the man. Back in the day, a lot of people forget that dude was the man, and he was doing this stuff in the 80s, long before any, the stuff was done nowadays, and he's just sitting there and just say, yeah. It was a lot of fun stuff.
I guess, I mean, there's lots of awesome fights, but the one that I always think of, like probably more recent, is in the first season of Daredevil, the hallway kind of fight. And that became like an MCU thing. Like I've noticed that, like they always have a hallway fight. Even the latest episode of Loki, there's a hallway fight. It became like this thing where everything had to have a hallway fight. After that, like it's just let's fight in confined spaces.
They got that actually from a Korean movie. Shit, I'm forgetting the title. It's a series of 3 movies that's directed. It's like Old Man Something, and they had done an adaptation for it they did done an American adaptation of it. The guy who plays Thanos was in it.
James Brolin.
Old Boy. That's it.
Yeah, that's what John said. Old Boy.
Yeah, Old Boy.
That
scene.
On top of stuff.
Yeah, that scene
If
where
he's mocking me for Murder, She Wrote.
Oh yeah, he was just calling.
Yeah, that one scene in Old Boy is just one tracking scene where he's fighting in a hallway, like he gets a hammer and he's fighting like God knows how many people in this narrow hallway, and that's where they got it from. But I mean, it's an awesome scene. Yeah. It was done in one shot. Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like speaking of things like still other stuff, like the Punisher Warzone. Like that movie, The Raid. If you ever seen that, where the guy just has to fight his way up through that building. I was like, it's the same movie. They that's just a Punisher instead of.
That was a very underrated movie. That
Which
was
one?
So damn
Warzone?
bloody. Yeah.
I liked it better than when I first seen the trailer, and I was like, that guy
The first
does not
Punisher,
look like, that does not look like the Punisher. And then the second one, like that was like Bradstreet's Punisher. Like it was totally, he was taken right off the cover of it. You know what I mean? That was like,
yeah, but Marvel, the Marvel movies
have great in that movie.
Yeah, the Marvel movies have borrowed liberally from a number of other concepts and ideas. Guardians of the Galaxy, that's Farscape.
Yes.
Yeah, Farscape, because what is it? John Crichton from Farscape. Oh yeah, and James Gunn is a huge fan. He was a huge fan of Farscape. But if you look, there's one for one character swap out. So, what is it? Star-Lord is John Crichton, right? And if you've ever watched Farscape, you can see was it the Chris that's in it? I don't remember his last name. They're all Chris's, right? Chris Pratt. He's aping John Crichton. And what's hilarious is that John Crichton, that actor, he was aping what's his face? Bill Shatner. Who's in the hair?
Ray Stevenson looked like the Punisher with the nose and the hair.
Yeah, he was just beat the hell up.
Did.
Yeah.
And that Jigsaw was a lot better than the Jigsaw on the Netflix show. Let me just say that. At least that Jigsaw face was all.
One was the British actor, and the other one was the guy who married that 16-year-old girl. Who played, the guy who played Looney Bin Jim was the guy who married that 16-year-old girl in 1951, and the guy who played Jigsaw, he's a British actor.
Yeah.
And that was
I think every actor anymore is a British actor
I've ever heard. Oh yeah, he sounded like he was from Staten Island. So. Goodness gracious. Gentlemen and lovely
All
lady, it's 4:00 in the morning. I'm dying.
Yeah, see?
May I,
Yeah.
Yes.
may I politely
Yes, we're getting ready to
excuse myself from this wonderful podcast
yes, we're
show?
getting ready to wrap up. We've
Yeah.
been here for 2 hours. So it's a shame that Ken disappeared. I'm gonna try to get a hold of him, see if he wants to come back.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
And
so Rich,
Okay.
since you're dying,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He looks like he's falling asleep.
I was gonna say, why
Yeah.
don't you tell people where they can find you and find your work?
There you go.
Okay. You can find my work on my Facebook on my Facebook page. You can find all of my live streams on my YouTube channel, ubiquitously called The Richness, because I couldn't think of anything else to freaking call it. I'm also on Twitter, and James is going to post the link to the Kickstarter for Incantesi Chapter 2. And could you do me a favor and also put the link up for Chapter 1 as well, the first one?
Yes.
Because because that one you can see everything on that one. And yeah, take a look at the stuff that I have. You won't be disappointed. And friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter at Greystoke20, like Greystoke the number 2 and 0. And yeah, just come aboard and have some fun. You will not be disappointed. I know I have fun doing everything else.
And you have to keep watching on the Food Network for Rich's new show that'll be on there shortly.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Well, today I made I made homemade tagliatelle pasta with some garlic and aioli. And I'm just like,
And that pizza you made the other day looked really good too, but you said it didn't last long.
yeah,
Huh?
I should have sent some of those pictures. Next time I'll do that. Next time I'll do
Yeah.
that. I'll make sure that I just have a mustache that's twirled up and everything in the chef's hat.
Nice.
All right, Rich. Thanks for coming on. And just so people know, you will be back on July 9th, and we'll be able to
I will
actually
be back
show
on July
the book.
9th.
Yes. And so he'll be caught up to
you can all
Katrina.
see-
He'll be a
I'm sorry?
three-timer. You'll be a three-timer, and you'll be caught up with Katrina. Katrina's now a four-timer because she came on. I said I'm going to have to like get mugs or T-shirts or something made up. You know, like how Saturday Night Live has the 5-timers club. That's what we're going to have. For you
I
and
want to be
Katrina
the
to
part of
battle.
the 5-timer club.
Yeah.
That's sexy.
Yeah.
I can't
You
wait
get the
to have
smoking
that.
jacket and all of it. So.
Mm.
All right, Rich. Thanks for
Thank you very
stopping
much. I will speak to all of you again. JD, great. You did a great job on your campaign. James, thank you. Katrina, you're sweet and you have a nice cat. And I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for everything. I'm going to collapse as soon as I hang up.
All right.
So
Good.
Go to
good
sleep.
night, lovely humans. I will speak to you again later.
All right.
Bye.
Good.
Rich.
Yeah.
Ooh, and now there's three. And now we're smushed. We're like,
Yeah, now it's switched.
now we're like, oh, it's so small. All right. All right. All right, JD. Where can people find yourself? First of all, I should have asked earlier. Do you have like a website or something so people who
Yeah.
haven't been able to...
The OSWALD Chronicles.com.
There we go. That's nice and easy. It's not like some...
Yep. We got the OSWALDChronicles.com, TallTalesOnline.com, DreamWeaverPress.com. Either one of those.
Nice.
So,
Pick a
That's good.
.com.
Just pick
Yes.
a .com.
yes. But if you want to reach me on Facebook, I'm under JD Calderon, Twitter, JD Calderon, Instagram, DeviantArt, all under JD Calderon. You can find me on YouTube under JD Calderon and also under Indie Comics Explained, which is my podcast where I interview independent comic book creators, where I've had Katrina, and pretty soon I got to have Sim on. And I also have my Sunday show, which is Talking Indie Comics Explained, where a group of us get together and we talk foolishness in comics.
That's the kind of show I like right there.
Yeah. So yeah, I
That's
gotta have both of you guys on at some point.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. Well, again, thank you for coming. And I always tell
Thank you
everybody.
for having me.
Oh, wait, what's this say? I friend requested all of yous.
All of you.
Cool. All y'all's.
All of y'all.
All
That must have been
y'all.
what my thing went beep for.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, like I tell
Well,
everybody, like Katrina has only came on one time to promote anything. You're always welcome to come back and just hang out, have some fun. Especially when Rich is
kinda.
on.
The first time I came on, I was kind of promoting. It was like 2 days before launch.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
So it was like half promoting.
And like today, I just told her, you have no excuse not to come on. So you need to.
It's true. I didn't have my laptop open. I was like, okay.
So that's how we get Katrina to get on.
Yeah.
I just tell her
It's
she has to.
it's really, really hard. You're like, hey, you want to come on?
Yeah, do you want to waste 2 or 3, 4, or like me and Trina? Usually after the show, we're sitting here talking till 3 a.m.
That's true.
Nice.
But again, thanks for coming. I will make sure I share all that out again everywhere the next few days. And,
yeah, thank you for having me. It was awesome. You know, yeah. Next time we gotta have more goofy questions. I like goofy questions.
Oh, I have.
He usually has them. We just got distracted by baseball and.
Yeah, when Rich is on, I should have known when Rich comes on, I never get it. I'm lucky I even get to talk when Rich is on. Rich kind of. I told Rich all the time, you should just have your own show, like because he just takes it over. But
he's cool people. Fun. I like him.
All right, yeah. All right. Well, thanks for stopping by, and we'll make sure we get out there and share all your stuff.
Yes.
Because I've enjoyed it. Tall Tales, like that was the first thing I guess Daphne kind of like brought me over because I was reading her stuff, and then so it kind of connects the dots. So, all right. Well, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you, everybody.
Katrina. So,
yeah.
When do I get to read my cat stories?
Well, I've got 1.5 still to write. I've gotten two of them completely done. I'm working on the third right now. Well, not literally right now, because the other problem with this camera is you would see this if I were working on it right now. This camera is so stupid. But I've just got all of the sticker designs in. My bookmark.
Did you show that to us? You showed it.
Yeah, well, I showed kind of before.
For the show.
Yeah, let me pull them out again and show you guys.
I like a stickers.
There. There we go. There we go.
And which kitty cat is that?
This is Cookies and Cream.
It's got 2 names? Or is
no, there's 2 cats.
Oh, okay. Well,
see?
The one. Oh, they're
Cookies
like.
And Cream.
Cream. Nice.
No, they don't have 2 names. That's only my weirdo cats. I call Bongo Calrissian.
Now, see, that's the kind of stuff I would do. I used to have a teddy bear. His name was Buckaroo Bon Bear.
There you go.
Because I used to love that Buckaroo Banzai movie. I can't even tell you what that movie is about anymore. But when I was a kid,
me either. But
I used to love that movie.
The post-campaign stuff is going well. My bookmark designer, crazy fellow that he is, decided in the middle of his own stuff and us trying to get the post-Kickstarter stuff together. You guys don't start wrestling on the end of the couch. I'm talking here.
Children.
Seriously. Look, come here. Nope. He wiggled away. I was going to show you the baby.
John said his dogs all have like 40 names. The pets in this house do too.
Yeah.
They're not official names though. And they're names I cannot say on the air or YouTube would not let me show my show. But
look.
Oh, he's like, get him. Hey, I don't want to be on TV.
No, I was busy wrestling. All right, go wrestle.
Is that the little one?
That's the little one.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, the rest would just kind of hang there if I did that to them. They'd be like, what? What do you want?
Yeah, what do you want?
Not him. He's like, I got to go back to playing, which is good. Let him wear himself out now.
Nice,
but
nice.
yeah, no. So my bookmark guy decided in the middle of everything to buy a house. So he just closed on his house today, which means for the last 2 weeks he's been packing.
Lovely. That's almost as bad as me in the middle of a campaign. Decide to almost die and lose your leg.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't have anything else going on. Let me just.
Gee, Eric, this wasn't inconvenient at all. No, but I know that as soon as he's set up again, it's going to be the first thing he knocks out. So, but yeah, I was just like, you did what? What?
Isn't that usually like a lot longer process? Like, I don't know. It's like, yeah.
It seemed to go really fast for them. They found the house and like within a month closed on it.
Wow.
So I was like, whew. So, and it takes time to pack, and I understand all that. So I basically told him he's got until the book is ready. Once the book is ready for me to take it to print, everything needs to be ready to go to print.
Yeah.
At that point. So, but I've found where I want to get everything printed at. I did these stickers as a test run with Sticker Mule. And I'm super happy with them. I'm going with somebody else to do the actual, like my prints, obviously, because they're not stickers. But I found a place for that. So I'm happy. I don't want anybody to think I took the money and ran. I'm
working.
I'm behind because I got sick.
Yeah,
but I'm still plugging away when I can.
Yeah, I'm starting to fight that now. Because my campaign is now 6 months since it's been over, and I'm just waiting for art. And it's like
it's tough when you're waiting on somebody else to finish. Their part of it, and that's like this. I don't want to be pushy, and be like,
"What's up?"
I don't care that you're in the middle of a move, because that's not fair. Life happens, and they had the opportunity and needed to take it. But it's a little, it's frustrating when you're waiting on somebody else, so you can wrap. But luckily for me, I've got, like I said, I have 1.5 stories to finish writing. Then I need to insert them into the book, make sure all the formatting is correct and all of that. So
formatting.
Yeah, well, the book is, I would say, 99% formatted. It's just literally inserting this one section into it. So hopefully it doesn't throw too much at me. You never know. You think you've got it all down, and then all of a sudden, psh,
yeah, I know that.
All the pages are in wrong order, and
or you've ordered 120 prints when you only needed 6.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I don't know who could have done that.
I'm ordering extra because I'm doing a show next March.
Oh, I did see that you.
And so, it's not until like next March, like a year from now, practically. But I figure if I have extra stickers, I have extra prints, not that many extra. There are things I can put on the table.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Since I have 500 extra prints, I figure when I do shows, if someone buys the book, I'll give it to them.
Give them a print.
If little kids come, I'll be like, "Here, you want a poster?"
Well, it's like these are like with the stickers. There's the deal that I happen to get to try to test out is there's 50 of these.
Yeah, you got them for like I don't even remember. That's how.
Whoa!
What was that?
Apparently, I'm a road now for Mina to get away from the baby.
Yeah, he's like,
thanks, guys. I'm just going to keep on going. I don't actually want to stop and see you. No, this one I got a hell of a deal with. I think it cost me like not even $10. I think for the 50.
Yeah, because that's how like your first order. That's always
the first order, and then the nice thing was then I got like a $10 credit towards my next order.
No,
which will be nice when I put in the $200 sticker order.
Yeah. Oh, I knew that.
But my plan is to give 3 stickers to every physical backer.
Nice.
And I have, I think, 10 different designs. A couple I may not print out. Like I have.
You're just gonna randomly just throw.
And then with certain people, like you and Russell Allen will get Rocky stickers for sure. But other than that, it's going to be everybody will probably get one of these because I have 50 of them.
Yeah.
I'm ordering the other ones in smaller quantities. But then it'll pretty much be random. I'm just going to have stacks of stickers on the table. I'll be like 1, 2, 3. This is what you're getting.
Just shuffle them all up.
Pretty much. And the prints I'm doing 5x7 prints.
Yeah.
That way they actually will fit
inside
right on top of the book inside of the mailer.
Yeah.
And if anybody's like me, you don't have room for prints anyway.
Yeah, I didn't get to touch on my pet peeve, my new pet peeve with people doing
packaging?
Kickstarters.
People
Not so much packaging. People charging $5, $6, $7 for shipping, and then shipping stuff media mail. I feel like you're ripping me off.
I'm not gonna lie. My stuff is going out media mail. I'll be upfront with it, but I know that it costs about $3.50 media mail, and the rest is to cover shipping supplies.
Yeah.
So I did charge like $5, but I had known from shipping my previous book, which is about exactly the same size, that this is what it costs to ship it.
Yeah. The only good thing I found out, the one good thing about backing so many Kickstarters is I don't need to buy Gemini mailers.
This is true. I have used Gemini's a couple of times that I've had.
Any square inch of my room that was left is filled with Gemini mailers.
Empty Geminis.
Yeah.
I'm not using Gemini brand specific.
Yeah. I have some that are different.
The same, basically a very similar product.
Yeah, because I have some that are like this size.
Yeah.
And they're a little bit different. It like opens like this.
Okay, yeah.
That, and then it has like a little cardboard thing, so you can.
Okay.
And those are for like I'll use these for ones that people ordered, like the every cover that I.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I'm using, like I said, the only reason I'm not going Gemini specific is because a while back I needed mailers to mail out my first book.
Yeah.
And I could only buy like a pack of like 50 of these mailers. Yeah. So I have a big stack of them. So until those are gone, that's what's being used.
Let's see, I think I have a message. Oh, it's from JD. Never mind. All right. I just seen like my Facebook thing was flashing up there. I'm like,
oh yeah,
message. And then I was like, oh okay. But well, we will end the show 2.5 hours, and we didn't get to talk about Red Talon, which is the one I really want to talk to him about.
Well, hopefully he can make it back another day.
Yeah, because
and if I have to keep ahead of Rich there.
He's back on July 9th.
Well, did the guys with the book for
July 16th they'll be back.
No,
they'll be on.
That is the one date in July I can't do.
Yeah, and they're the only ones that are scheduled for that date so far.
That's the day of the baseball game down in Detroit, and we're going to. It's a doubleheader, so the second game doesn't even start until 7:30. There's no way I would. Oh my God.
Just do it on your phone from the game.
Live from Co-America Park. I swear I'm not streaming the game, guys. No, look, see, this is me.
Yeah. I swear I'm not recording. Look, the camera's facing this way.
Look, the camera's not even facing the right direction. I'm not doing a play-by-play, I swear.
Just be in the bathroom. This is me live from Comerica's ladies' room.
America Park ladies' room. Isn't it lovely? Oh, that would be seriously, that would probably be the case too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's okay. Well, he might catch me then because that'll be he'll be at 3 though, so I'm still at 4.
Yep. Yeah.
But that is, I was hoping when they set it up and I saw your list of dates that they would not choose that date, but oh well. It is a fabulous project. I just went through the script for them. So
that's why I don't know if I will actually schedule anyone else on that show unless I find something else that's a charity kind of
like a charity project.
Yeah.
Yeah, they reached out to me. Joseph reached out to me. I've done some other work for him. He reached out to me last week and was like, "Would you like to work on this?" And I was like, "Heck yeah." I mean,
and for those who don't know what we're talking about, because here's me and you just talking.
We're just talking. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. I don't even. Joseph A. Michael, is that his name?
Joseph A. Michael, yeah.
And Jeremiah Stemple.
Yeah, I don't know Jeremiah personally, so.
But they have Heroes for Causes book, and they have another. It's coming out called Center Ice, I believe. I just have. I haven't
Center
looked
Ice.
into stuff.
Yeah, Center Ice #1.
And it's childhood brain cancer.
Brain cancer, yeah. They'll tell you all this on the 16th, but I believe
I just want to put it so people know.
The young man who is the star of the comic, I believe, has actually fought brain cancer 4 times.
I'm on my 3rd, so.
And is doing well, from my understanding, and is a star hockey player. And yeah, so I can't wait. Working on it.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear about it. So when they said, I was like, "Yep, I'll do it. I'll put them on."
Okay. Yeah, well, that's what they asked. I saw the post going, and I thought, you know what? I know that JD would do it. I know that James would do it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm just not in touch with many podcasters these days, so I didn't have a long list for them. I was hoping
it's rare that I turn anyone away. Like there is been a couple people who have
and I think
asked to come on.
People are turning away, books, to help kids with cancer. Yeah, there's something wrong with you. Like, why would you do that? Well,
it mainly has to do with if the creator who wants to come on my show, if I know. Some personal stuff, and I'd be like,
yeah, for sure. I think it's like anybody in this industry. We all have those people that we're just like, not going to work with you. Yeah. So I know too much.
yeah, and I don't put you on my show, and a lot of other people know that stuff, and then it makes me look like that I side with you and stuff. Where I'm actually the most neutral person you'll probably ever meet.
I keep trying to tell people that too, and they're like, "No, you're not," and I'm like, I don't know why you're arguing with me about this, but okay.
Yeah, everyone wants to paint you into
people
one side or the other.
People say that simply because I once made a very public post stating that I wouldn't work with anybody who is a known member of a hate group. Yeah. Now, to me, that seems like a fair statement. I don't think that hate groups are something we should be encouraging.
True.
And it was I don't want to be painted with that brush.
Yep.
Because that is not who I am. But apparently that made me non-neutral. Well, so be it.
Wow. I actually have a viewer on my YouTube channel.
Well, hello, YouTube viewer.
Yeah, I don't know who it is. Somebody's watching me from YouTube. But so where can everybody find you on the interwebs?
Well, I'm everywhere. You can find me at catscratchpress.com. If I want to be like JD, I can also go to KatrinaRotes.com, lifewithkatie.com. They're all the same website, guys. They all lead to the same location.
Same thing. Yeah.
It literally is just me pointing domain names to the same page. You can find me under Katrina Rotes Author on Facebook, or just under, that's from my page. If you want to just reach out to me, it's Katrina Rotes, ROET as in Tom, S as in Sam. I am on Instagram under Life with Katie, where you see lots of cat pictures. I posted a selfie the other day. I mean, that was cool. I know. It was me with all 4 of my kids, but
I thought you could say it was me with all 20 of my cats.
All 20 of my cats. I only have 6 cats. Seems like 20 some days. Some days it feels like 20 cats. Yeah. But like the song says, I have 6 cats. I wish I had infinity cats. No, I really don't wish I had infinity cats. But you should adopt a couple of cats.
I always tell her, we have 2. I ain't even get into animals, especially in the public. Maybe when we get to the back, I'll talk about it. I always say, I don't mind cats. I've never been a pet person just because I grew up with so many of them.
Right. Yeah.
That when I became an adult, I'm like, I've had my fill of pets. In my first 18 years, I've had enough pets.
Yeah.
So, but I don't mind having cats because for the most part, they're self-sufficient.
These
make sure they have.
These guys really are. As long as they have food, water, and clean litter boxes.
Yep. They don't want you to do anything. They're like, get the heck away from me.
Yeah, they'll come to you when they want attention, and other than that, they're doing their own thing. Yeah. They are the least neediest of the pets.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
And these guys have gotten used to me, you know, going off for a weekend, and they're fine.
Well, yeah, they don't want you here to begin with, so that's
They're like, oh, look, she's back. Okay.
crap.
Yeah.
Now we can't.
We need to get rid of her again. Let's send her on another trip. That saved up all your catnip money, right?
All right. Well, we will.
Yeah, I'm everywhere. Feel free to reach out at any time about most anything. Usually books, though. I do. Not only do I write them, I edit them. So if you're looking for an editor, keep me in mind. And I have a services page on my website that you can check out.
If I ever finish writing this one.
If I ever finish.
Well, because I mean, as a writer, you get to that point where you're like, where do I want to go from here? Because I have.
This is why I write books of short stories.
I have the idea. I know where I want to get to, and I know my little points of how I want to get to that point. But it's filling in all that other crap.
That middle stuff. Yep.
Yeah, and I'm like, how do I want to do this?
Yeah.
And then I let people read where I'm at, and they all like, oh, you should take it this direction.
Yes, everybody has an opinion.
And I'm like, no, that's not what this story is about at all. Like, not at all. Like, that's the farthest thing. Like, everyone wants to like make it have like meaning in the story. Like, have it be like this. I don't even remember one of them. Like
deeper thing.
Yeah, I'm like, no, it's just about murder. It's murder.
No, it's just people killing each other. Damn it!
It's just people wanting to kill each other. Is what it is.
That's all it is. Just let them
There's
go.
nothing. There's no hidden message.
No hidden meaning there.
Like I said, the only meaning in the book is no matter how much people think they want to commit suicide, when they're face to face with death, they will do whatever they have to live.
Yeah.
That's the gist of the whole.
That's the whole
story.
meaning, guys. That's it.
that's it. And that's why there's murder.
Yeah. Well, that's
you want to live.
That's why I write short stories. They're challenging themselves, but
about cute cats, right?
About cute cats and teddy bears and all sorts of stuff like that.
And I write superhero stories and murder. Yeah. Well, all right. Well, we'll end, and of course, we talk forever anyway. So we will end the show now, and
all right.
So I will see you in a bit. Well. I'm sure that last half hour, 45 minutes of us just rambling went really well with you guys. But if you're still here, you two viewers who are still here, which one might even be me for all I know. But anyways, thanks for sticking by. I have some guests lined up for next weekend, next Friday, but I'm not 100% sure who they are because my terrible note taking is and I'm going to screw up his name anyway, but Chris Saloff, his book Crit, he'll be here next week. And I have a couple other people that are on the fence, and we will find out before this time next week. And be back. We are be here in the same alley at the same time. Go out there and the guys who are on the show, go out and check their stuff. Also, make sure you go out and check Red Talon. I will make sure I put the stuff in the chat. Actually, let me do that right now because Ken disappeared partway through, and I don't know if he's still alive, if the Mafia came and took him or what, but his book is live on Kickstarter right now. Still has 30 days to go. He's already funded. And just check it out. I'm going to drop the link in right now. And if I can, and figure out how to do this once again, there we go. And so there it is. It never goes to all the places for some reason, but John said he enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed it, John. Make sure you come back every week. We like to have fun and just hang out and be silly and all that good stuff. So, anyways, let's end the show here this fine Friday evening. At least we're actually ending on a Friday for a change. But go out and support indie creators. Read comics, any comics. They're fun. I enjoy them, obviously, and have some fun. Peace, love, and comics.